Blacklist International, like the Novaria, they're letting through the Valentina. So there might be a chance here that Echo wants to fight into that Valentina, or they take it first pick, because they can do that now. But again, you have to also consider that the Baksha is open for Echo.
Are we good now?
And I think they're willing to do that. I
Or
think
the
it's
Yuzong.
safe. Or the Valentina.
Or the Valentina.
Yep.
You're right.
I'd say in the hands of Sanji, it's a safe bet.
All
here.
right.
Easy
Yo, I don't
for
know
them to
what's
make the
going
call.
on, bro.
Ooh.
Or wait, what?
Like, what a day for this to happen,
I
bro.
like this. I like this. Blacklist did this once in regular season. If you're up against a team that specializes against the Terizla, you pick it first pick. So Echo picked the Terizla of Edward, and Blacklist International is forced to answer with the Baksha and Valentina.
Yo, I don't
So if
know
you went,
what's going on.
If you went with the Edith Valentina, Echo gets Baksha, and now you get Paramus Akai. Even though you're giving the Netherrealm towards Blacklist
And the heavy
International,
spin.
you get all the better matchups in the world.
Oh, yo, did they just double cross us? Did they just hit us with a reverse psychology on each other?
Yeah, Echo.
That messes up my
Echo won 3
Instagram
picks.
share.
They read it. They read well.
Yeah, they understood that the Terizla will have
Bro, John
good
Dela
matchups.
Cruz in the
Like,
chat.
The is already out.
Bro,
Baksha and
I
both
didn't
the
even
Baksha
know
and
you were
Yakai
still
suffer
alive,
so
bro.
much versus the Terizla.
Not gonna
So
lie.
That's why it works.
Whoa,
Now,
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Jiggy.
the Eggman.
We've seen the get banned multiple times yesterday.
Yep.
And this time Blacklist not gonna let it slip.
hopefully this doesn't keep
You
happening.
can hear the crowd cheering for it,
They
too.
know. They
love it.
know.
All right, Echo. They won the first 3 picks.
It's my
But
wife,
after
like
this third
it's
pick
and
from
what's like so I'm like
Blacklist International,
hardlined
I
into
would
my
call this a
router.
perfect pick,
So like
honestly.
something's up
It
with
counters
my internet
3
company.
of your heroes.
I mean, knowing how Echo likes to play, knowing how Echo wants to make sure that they get away with things and they make sure the team fights are won or at least converted for,
Yep.
Diggy's amazing.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they have bad early game.
Yeah, I was going to say that the early game, it's like, or at least for now, based off this first phase, and even comparing to what we have here with the index, they got to be super careful, like how they approach the early game and not let it slide out of hand.
Yeah, even though the index tells us that they have a good early to mid, it's just because of the damage output and the way that this hero, this lineup operates. Like the Valentina, yeah, if you trade with her, you get more XP. But the thing is, in turtle fights, even though you have a Diggy, they just have more firepower on the side of Echo, especially with the Terizla.
And with that, as we get through this second phase, it's now complete here. Still wondering what both teams want to park in the gold lane.
Bro.
And as we were talking about, that is going to be a
Hopefully
lane
that
to
shit
keep an eye
doesn't
on
keep
as well,
happening.
because this could be
All right,
a
let's try to get our head in the
situation
game here.
We need to see Oheb adapt a little bit. Maybe he changes some of the way he handles his own. Interesting, too, because I feel like for the Valentina and Blacklist International,
speed up real
you
quick.
have a lot of options here, right? Like, on ultimates that you could take, because what we've seen even in the past when they're against an Akai, for example, they take the heavy spin themselves, they force out Carl TZ from the objective area, right? They kind of push him out, they let the team do that. Not only that, but you also have another round, which is also why I think Echo decided, you know what, let's also get the Claude, so that if we are dealing with another round against ourselves, then at least we have a tool to deal with that.
They have 4 ults to serve up to UA.
Our mind got pulled away from the draft.
Valentina's win even without ults. Take. But
All right.
here,
We're caught up
Blacklist
now.
dig deep, and they hand over Agent Zero a solid pickup. This is the Arlet.
Is this what we want from Edward, Midnight? Like, is this the right hero in the hands of Edward?
I mean, the metadata would have provided them more split push, but they were up against a Claude. So I think the idea for Blacklist now is, instead of playing for late game or instead of playing for a way to deal with the Claude, let's just all in the early to mid composition that we have right now. Because with the Irithel, the Arlet would be able to provide so much spiel for this lineup, even though it's such a bad
Matilda's
matchup
actually
against
banned
the
now,
Rock,
which
because
is
they're
good. It
Rock
needs
is
to be
sweet
banned.
set. The thing is,
Yesterday was
is
sliding
enough
through
of
all
an
day,
annoyance
which
for
was
Echo to
nuts.
deal with. Like, the Arlet is going to be able to survive
It was
long
bonkers.
enough for a Blacklist International to continuously take objectives.
Okay, and as we get a last look here, talking even about the early game, I think even given this where Blacklist International has that in their favor somewhat, they still have to be careful how they approach this, because things could fall apart for them early on, and they don't want that snowball to build up, which we've seen the Echo Express do so well, right? So we got a glimpse there of the audience prediction. It still is in favor of Echo. But ladies and gentlemen, at some point in the game, a poll will pop up, and you only have until the timer runs out to go ahead and give your predictions. Don't forget the hashtag as well. But we're going to get ready for this first game of
Starlink,
today, day
bro?
number 2 here.
Come on for my internet?
Between Blacklist
Starlink?
International and Echo. Can Blacklist actually defeat Echo
The
finally?
hell is Star? Are you talking
We'll
about like
find out.
Elon
Going into
Musk's
game
fucking?
1, we've seen the
internet,
early
bro.
moments of the game. A double lane from Blacklist International, speeding up, expediting the mid lane's XP. And the
No, bro.
answer
I'm
as
using
well from
Frontier.
Echo.
It's so
Interesting
fiber
enough,
optic.
of course, as you have to do, you babysit Oheb, Renegade.
It's really good internet. I've never had these issues before. It's so weird that like today's the day that it decides to be weird on me.
Help the tank support clear against the Valentina.
Okay, there it is. Again, go ahead and get your predictions in. Don't forget the hashtags. Who's going to be doing more damage? And I think if you're looking at both XP lanes, right, there's a lot of already that people have seen of Terizla's, how they impact. Oh,
JP forced to use a flicker early on, gets away with it.
They got reverse timed.
yeah.
It's sort of like a soft counter against a Rafaela, but if you're Echo, you don't really mind the matchup because the Rafaela provides you mobility against the Arlott,
Echo
against the
versus
Baksha.
Black.
You're more focused on getting those resources in the mid game to be able to fight late game. With Blacklist International, on the other hand, it's a very different game plan, right? The Arlott, it's such a bad matchup against Echo. Like, he has 3 bad matchups.
Yeah.
But the thing is, come mid game, it's a different story. Like, this Irithel will be able to pop off with the protection coming off from the Diggy and, of course, the Arlott.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, if the matchup is so bad, do you literally just have it there for the peel? Like, is that the answer? Like, we now just have a couple options to keep Oheb alive.
Oh, check this out. 2 fronts.
Oh, Carl TZ.
Echo,
Wow.
they're winning. You are forced to go
Very
ahead
clean.
and turn into Sanford as Carl TZ scores.
Edward on the backside.
Edward here caught in
Edward's
the middle.
still
4
running that
members.
R-lot, bro.
Oh, down
Till the
JP,
wheels fall
not
off.
gonna get him. Dash
Oh
out.
my
He goes
God.
down instead. First blood drawn
You got to be
by the
tilt.
Arcade.
You're on
That
tilt
was a
after that,
sexy
bro.
Dodge from
You're on tilt
Daddy
after that.
JP. He knew the final slash was coming, went straight behind the Arlott, and that was such a cute play. Even though it was simple, but the idea, like the sheer composure of JP, you know, to be able to make plays like that, and it solidifies like the early game advantage of what Echo could have.
Hey, he's not an MDL, MPL, and world champion for no reason.
Yeah,
That's right. He's also,
that's how you know.
I was going to say, there's a lot of people like to call him, that's their dad as well.
He's a proud father,
He's
too.
a proud father, and that's the moves, right? Now, with that, too, given this Rafael for this lineup, and now you also have it with this Faramis, do you think they just have better extended team fights later on? Like, is Echo's lineup troublesome for Blacks International the further on we get into the game here at Midnight?
Oh yeah, for sure. They have nothing against the Claude. Like it made sense when Blacklist when they had the chance to pick up the Claude, when they gave it up against Echo, especially having a Diggy.
Yeah.
You're just asking for, you know, late game trouble. I mean, they do have damage. Like if Blacklist International is able to pressure Echo in a way that Echo is forced to play 5v5s, of course, Blacklist will always have a chance in terms of winning team
You guys
fights
can't hear the
in 5v5.
chewing, can you?
But in terms of the actual
can, I'll move the mic.
composition, like the nature of what Echo does, they will always split. And that is the thing that Blacklist International cannot handle.
Okay, well, with that, again, you know, early on, we don't expect too much right now from Blacklist International. They're going to have to really rely on letting Oheb build up. This is what we see every time there's an Irithil in play. So expect that, right? In time, maybe buy those Lords, especially when he starts to pop off here. Meanwhile, he's just got to farm up. The rest of the team has to do what they have to fight these objectives. And now that the second turtle's up, 4 members, Blacklist International, going to show face against the full force.
40 coming in with a penalty zone, forcing out an early times journey from Renegade
Very
as
clean.
the turtle gets reset. Check out the minimap, folks. Oheb has already switched up. He's in the XP lane.
Okay.
That was kind of an oopsie from Echo. Somebody reset the turtle. It wasn't really the call.
Yeah.
But Blacklist International, again, somebody is forcing out the times journey. This is the thing that I like about Echo's gameplay. Nobody is hesitating against these counters. I mean, if you're going to use a times journey, might as well use my penalty zone so that you're forced to use the times journey, but then it's not on your own terms.
Yep, and it's a beautiful dynamic that Echo has. They know that they're proactive. They know that if they can force something out of Blacklist, they're having their way. Coming in, Sensui. There's a holy baptism. Put down a half health. Sensui does not have his full kit.
Bro,
He's
John
already rolled
De La Cruz
in, and JP
comes
in
back
there.
to my chat. Oh my God!
From Oheb, in comes Carl TZ from the flank.
Comes back to
Sanjay
chat for the
Sanford
first time
as
in,
well.
like,
Reverse
a
time
month.
on a big old Halloween.
And he's already got
panda.
enemies,
and there's
bro.
A penalty zone.
What
Here
is it
goes
about
Oheb.
you that people
The
just don't
answer
like,
back
bro?
With another realm, blazing
I just want you guys to know I like John De La Cruz. He's a
Renegade
good guy.
put down
He's
a
solid.
fraction of his health. They traded out
But for
already.
some
Oheb
reason-
down. They're still going. Edward dashes on through. Sanji down 2 for 1. The
Oh.
trade. Final slash. Sanford, where you going?
Sanford.
Down underneath the ground. Agent Zero gets 2K.
There you go. The team fight for Blacklist International. They don't really lack damage.
Wow.
But the focus fire from Echo was there. They were able to shut down OHEB. But you see the strength of how Blacklist is able to peel for their heroes. They are just able to group up and continuously fight with this Arlot. Because the thing is, oh!
Hello, Yue! Down he goes! You were saying.
All right. That was a very good pickoff coming out from Echo. But again, Blacklist International, the way this lineup works is that you just have so much to deal with in the front lines.
They won this fight. Reverse time on the Carl Easy, forcing out a heavy spin and another realm. Echo and Black not letting Midnight finish his thoughts.
Exactly. You know, that's how really
that's
frustrating.
how it feels.
That's how it feels for Echo. Like, the way you want to approach this fight is you want to clean
John's
team
just,
fight, right?
like,
You want to
trying
close
to-
out the Time's Journey.
John,
force
did you
out
see this
another
meme that got
realm,
posted in
use
my
the blazing
Discord?
duet and heavy spin
Your
to
name's
deal
in it.
with Blacklist International, but they're not letting you.
You know what's
Blacklist,
funny?
every time you fight into them, they distract you.
And not only that, but I feel like every analyst that sits on a desk with an Echo game is literally, if you vision the Echo Express and the analyst is trying to talk while the train is going. Like, that's what it feels like, because
It's fucking hilarious.
I mean, when they can counterpunch, when they can initiate, whatever they decide to do, they're usually able to find it. But right now, I would say it's even Stevens, right? And now Carl T is going to be forced out of this.
Oh, big damage coming in. Penalty zone, heavy spins, and Sui already pressed the retribution. They scored. Time's Journey, ensuring that Blacklist will be able to get at least one as they pile on to Sanford.
Black's doing a good
Yue
job
gets the
again
kill
picks.
off camera, though. Echo called for the trade, pushed in that gold lane tier 1.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Again, that's what we see. Answer back and forth between
What's your
both
name on
teams
Discord?
Right now. And this is great to see because it's literally them both just duking it out here. Here they go again, Carl Teasy.
I'm trying to at you right now.
Man. They want to take down Carl Teasy. Put down to a fifth of his health. Heavy spin, stolen away by Yue. No veil, and a final slash. Carl Teasy still here. Put down to a tenth of his health. Sanji gonna get popped. Nether Realm underneath tier 1 in mid. He's alive. Sensui looking to commit Grand Theft Orange. Can Carl Teasy survive? He does, but only a second more. 2 kills coming in. Edward is on fire. Benny Cutie does not want
Echo's
to
falling
force
apart
the
right now,
issue.
bro.
Edward's still here. Flickers on out. Looking for a protection racket from Renegade.
And he's down.
Time's Journey inside their own jungle. Echo are getting punished.
Okay,
What's going on?
wait.
What?
Response?
Holy moly. These two teams just duking it out. I mean, the whole team. Oh, Sensui.
Oh, he
Sensui
got
down
his
next.
Purple there, but
Well
gonna
played.
get punished by Sanford.
Even the playing field.
Dear Lord,
Good
is
job.
Echo getting rattled, or is it just me?
Blacklist International, they're getting everything that they want. Even though they lost Edward and Renegade right there, Sensui was able to seal both buffs. And all the while, OHEB was just pushing towers. He was getting a lot of farm on the map. He's now 800 up compared to the Claude, which gives Blacklist International
You don't
more
see this many
space in
kills
this
in an
mid-game. I was not
MPL,
allowed
in a
to talk
PH match
during
very
those
often,
moments,
this
but
early.
So does Echo. They were not allowed to fight into the Arlot.
You don't
he
see
was
this
just
many kills this
dashing
early.
right through all of the heroes of Echo.
This is
You know what
this is
the
a good time, guys.
The great thing about that is they're allowing OHEB. Yeah, he got that solo kill by himself, you know, with his team.
Oh!
Dear Lord. Wow.
The
Just
ultimate.
2 seconds underneath that crossbow.
Yeah.
And nothing. Edward just said, you don't need me, man. You don't need me now. The Lord dance has begun. First
this is
Lord
so
of the
risky.
game. Spawned up. Reverse time. Put
Guys,
in
all right.
JP, taking
John
a lot of
Dela Cruz,
damage.
Box
Sanford hit
Gaming.
here with a final slash.
Chill out.
Penalty zone on the 4. Plus another realm. Where are y'all going? There's way too much damage coming in from Blacks International. Extra health popped already.
OHEB.
Stunned. OHEB here. Getting pushed.
Carl,
into
what
that
are you doing,
wall.
bro?
Damage.
Carl, what are you doing, bro?
In no man's land. That's a pick-off for Blacklist.
Wow, again, the response, the counter punches coming from Black International on point just when you thought, too. But right now, it doesn't even look like they want to go ahead and give this Lord up just yet. Echo wants to stay in it.
Sanji coming through, gets phased right into the afterlife. And that's it. Blacklist scoring back-to-back. JP goes down as well. And this whole time, the only trade Echo can find is a turret down bot.
Screw bad matchup, says Edward. What you want, again, is the peel in the mid-game, the ability to
where's
protect
Yaoi at, bro?
your Irithal. Even the Carl Teasy earlier on had an amazing angle to use the heavy spin onto the Irithal. There was no backup damage. The Claude was still far away from Echo. And
One of the
Black
reasons
knew
I really
they
like
had the
Echo is
upper
because they've had the
upper
same
hand, the
lineup for so
advantage
long.
when it came to that fight, because they had the Irithal near their Lord.
Near
And mind
bless.
you, Black
Nah,
International
bro, it's
even
game
pulled up
one.
on Echo. They were trying
Game
to
one
bait out
isn't
the
over
Lord,
yet.
And when Echo tried to contest they reset it and went for the 5v5, well, 5v4 engagement.
Yeah, again, in all this, before all broke out, they got Benny Cutie before this fight broke out. You see how this all works out. Yeah, there's some great layering of ultimates being used by Echo, but even Oheb able to stay alive, attacking that minion, get some of the health back. The Haas gets him, and you know that is troublesome. Now they're going to be charging into the base of Echo here for game 1.
Oh no. That's the Lord.
What's
still
the
off.
worst
Another big
thing
penalty
I
zone.
could
Answered back with a times journey.
Carlteasy
already
down.
fell underneath
Things
a
are
sea
better
of
if
bodies.
I
It's
stay
his lone
so
corpse sitting there. What
long
happened?
and good night.
It's hard for Echo to fight into this because you're not even.
Oh, Edward!
Oh, this is prime Ube, folks. Blacklist already inside Echo's base.
That's gross.
They're gonna call it. They're gonna call it. This is the disciplined play from Blacklist. They'll move on to bot.
Gonna take
John Dela Cruz, thank you
bot
for the
lane in
donation.
here. We'll see if they can actually get this turret. They're going to go for it, though. Carlteasy and Benny Cutie down.
Oh,
thank you.
baptism,
It was a lot of fun.
damage.
Oh, come on.
Renegade
Make it
still
count.
alive,
Make it
and he
count,
keeps
guys.
his health. He keeps himself
There we
up.
go. You down.
Shut down onto you,
Here comes
and
Carl Teasy.
gets
Find
one.
Oheb.
Another one falls. Carlteasy finds Oheb. Renegade still barely alive. Can they take down Edward? A lot of bounty on Agent Zero's head, too. Blacklist.
What's the
shows
worst
on out of there.
That was an
My bad.
amazing clapback coming out from the Trizda of Echo. Sanford hit an amazing penalty zone onto, what, that was 5 heroes, right?
4 or
John
5.
Dela Cruz donated
Bro,
$2
that
Canadian
donation is
dollars
so late.
79 cents through Super Chat. Oh yeah, congrats on collab with Christopher London.
The heavy crossbow, so no jump was available for the unit, so that's why Echo was able to catch up and take out the gold laner of Blacklist International.
And with that play, they've also kind of whittled down some of that gold lead that was getting out of hand
Box,
for Black
drop
International,
it.
which is crucial for them.
John Dela
because,
Cruz,
you know,
don't
still,
respond.
Benny Cutie
Drop
is about
it.
1,000 gold behind here. You can even see with this win probability, still favoring Blacklist
If
International
both of you
right
guys
now.
respond
But
to
I
each
would
other
say
again,
if
I'm
we
going
get
to
down another
mute
5
you
minutes
both,
or so,
bro.
If Echo somehow holds
We're good vibes
then
tonight.
their
We're
fighting
cheering on Echo.
capabilities with the heroes
It's
that they
these bad
already
vibes that are bringing
will
Echo down
give
right
them
now. I
some
need you
of
guys
the
to stop.
upper hand in terms of these long team fights. Especially, I think a big part of that is if somehow, some way, Echo gets the Times Journey out. If the Times Journey is gone for Blacklist International before a big fight breaks out, they're at a disadvantage, right? And then it becomes a mini game
I don't know where
itself
Ken
for
is, bro.
UA on what ultimate he takes.
Oh, Sensui rolling around.
All right, come on, Echo.
Perimeter. Slight advantage here for Echo, given that they're slowly pulling over to their side. Watch Edward's positioning. US stole the Netherrealm. Very key ult here.
These pokes.
Benny Cutie looking for some stacks on the Art of Thievery. Doesn't have enough. Be
Watch
my
for
on out.
Edward.
Sanji, though, very skittish. And Sui looking for one. Oh, he catches Carlteasy. When's he going to break
Echo got to
out?
get out of that hole, bro.
Ouch, Carl.
Wow.
Oh!
The final slash coming in. The answer, the Netherrealm. They're all scrambling underneath. Extra life taken down.
Benny.
No more extra HP coming in. Blazing.
Oh
the
my
left.
God.
Benny Cutie gets blasted here by Yue. And Blacklist
Sanji.
are calling all the
Oh!
shots. Down goes Oe, but traded out for
Sanford.
3. Down goes Sanji. Down goes JP. Benny Cutie as well. Carlteasy bites it. It's just
Yikes,
40
bro.
and Sanji.
What a fight. Again, this whole game has been these
Does anyone
just
here have an IQ of
crazy
100
fights,
above?
skirmishes before,
Nah, bro.
and now full-on team fights breaking out, but still Sanji and Sanford.
I got
The
like
duo don't want to let this lore just go away here.
I got like
Come for free.
AC numbers.
Next big objective here. A luminous
Celsius.
Lord, Carlteasy, about
I got
10
like
seconds away.
average
J1
temperature and
Benny Cutie
Celsius
just
numbers
spawned.
over here, bro.
Black's gonna blitz
You know
this.
me.
They got this one. So
We're
now
not even
it's up to
talking
Echo
Fahrenheit,
once
bro.
again on the defense.
We're talking
Based on that last
Celsius.
team fight, do you think they have
Talking
what it
like
takes to stay in this
45
game
or
tonight?
something
'Cause
like
Benny
that,
Cutie's
bro.
blazing duet was
I mean,
not very
36.
threatening there.
I mean, I don't know with Blacklist International.
Since it's such a
having
low
more
IQ, I don't know the
than-
conversion
you
rate
could
between
just utilize
Celsius
the
and
Lord with
Fahrenheit, but I
Times
think
Journey
that
and
sounds
Netherrealm
about
to
right.
let Oheb tower lock versus Echo. They do have the damage, but again, as you've said, Benny Cutie not the best position to pull off the Blazing Duet, especially with the nerf. You don't really want 4 heroes soaking up the damage of the Blazing Duet.
I have
even
10
though
because
it
I
looked
watch Treks.
present-
Exactly.
For Echo, it
You're
wasn't
talking to
really
a bunch
the
of
right
guys that
call,
watch
and
Treks.
They still had all
Who
the,
talks
you know,
about
the clips
8-inch
that they, they're able to
microphones and
pull off
freaking-
from Blacklist International. For one,
You know?
with all the skills that he has, he's going to be able to burst down your marksman. So I think Benny Cutie pulled off the trigger so early.
Well, we're going to find out. Lord now in the mid lane. Black International going to walk it through. Echo's got to handle it. Turret at the top goes down.
2 waves, top and mid coming in. It's already broken.
I'm
now.
an Echo RSG fan,
Sui,
bro.
The realm has been popped. Penalty zone
Of course my
and
IQ's
they're still
low.
waiting. 40 goes down. All have slain.
I just want to see
them.
teams go.
Already
Brr.
extra HP
Brr.
split in from
Brr.
Echo. Blacklist still has a few bits
my
of
Just
bomb.
kidding, guys.
Down
Come
goes
on,
Benny
Echo.
Cutie. And Blacklist
Come on.
looking to end it right here, right now.
Come on, there we go.
From Agent Zero.
Come
Ladies and
on.
gentlemen,
Good
that's
stun.
it. The Agents are going to
Nope.
draw first blood.
And
What happened, guys?
This moment is brought to you by our official sponsor,
What happened there?
FWD Life Insurance. And Blacklist International takes game 1. They make a step closer to breaking their own streak against Echo here.
Man, oh man. Again, Agent Zero, or the Legend Zero, pulling off the Arlet in front of a bad matchup against Echo and making it work. Peeling for Blacklist International and paving the way.
It's not
for
over, bro.
team-fight victories
It's not
and
over, guys.
The end game conversion.
Wait. Is this not a historical event already? Is this not Blacklist's first game win against Echo in a
Yeah, we do
long
need some
while?
fangirls like that.
I was trying to.
You're
think
supposed to
about
be our
that, like,
recruiter, Ritz.
The stats that they threw up on the screen.
Yeah, it was
Or is it
all zeros.
You're supposed to be the
sweeps?
fangirl recruiter, man.
All zeros.
It was
It
all
happened here
zeros.
today.
They got it.
That's history already.
Thank you, Blacklist.
So it's not one step. It's one giant.
It's
leap.
Echo over.
But
No,
still,
bro.
They have work to do, right? It is a best of 5, but with this, I guess all the people out there are wondering if it is enough. You know, if this lineup can actually do what they need to do to get to the grand final, to get to M5. Again, I think this was a good depiction of what is possible from them because it was executed very well.
Bro,
And
if Blacklist
to also
gets
be
to
debated
grand
is
finals again,
give this guy
like if
Edward,
Blacklist gets
a
to
hero
grand finals
that can
again,
make plays like this.
Yeah.
And even like
can we
you
just
said,
talk about how
Midnight,
big of a
you know,
statement
it's not
that
a
is?
hero that
This would be the
matches up
second
well
season
against
they came
Charisma
in where
the late
people were
matchup,
like,
or even some of the other
nah,
heroes
bro, they're
But
not
if you
going to
look
do
at
it.
the timing,
Not this time.
It was
Not this
impeccable
time.
with the final slashes. So I know there's more to be broken down here over for Renmar. Renmar, break this one down.
Thank you, casters. A very special
Bro,
guest with me here on the analyst
he's
stand,
still the
Coach
same, bro.
Arcadia!
Benny's still the same, bro.
Coach Arcadia, kamusta?
Ito, okay naman. Sobrang na-miss ko itong MPL PH community. Itong atmosphere na to. Sobrang nakakamiss.
Yeah, nakakamiss nga. Yun yung madalas sinasabi ng mga international, like our imports, the players and coaches we send all across the world, of course, from Selangor Red Giants and MPL.
We're gonna be
Malaysia,
alright,
Coach
guys.
Arcadia. Okay, dami natin na pag-usapan dun sa game number 1 na to. Umpisahan natin sa draft. You were a big fan of the Diggy pick ni Rene J.
Para sa akin, sobrang solid.
Diggy gonna be
yung
banned? You
third
think
pick
so?
ng Diggy. Kasi yung third pick Diggy na yun, na-counter agad yung
What's
first 3
the
picks
worst
ng
thing
Echo.
I could
Actually, na-expect ko nga
say?
na
Things are
mag-export
better
sana yung
if
blacklist.
I
Pero yung Diggy na yun, magandang pick rin talaga yun. Sobrang ganda ng third pick na yun.
Bro, John,
And even
keep
though
don't even
the
say it,
Diggy
bro.
pickup was really great as we look at the MVP. Actually,
Don't even say it,
I was
bro.
about to ask you another question, pero ano yung mga bagay na ginawa dito ni Yue na tumatak talaga para sa iyo?
Keep Benny Cutie out of your mouth. Don't talk about my boy like that, bro.
Kitang-kita naman natin when it comes to the Lord Dance, kitang-kita natin na the zone talaga ni Yue, yung kailangan niya i-zone or napopoke
What's my
niya
day
yung
job?
kailangan niya i-poke.
Yeah,
You should keep it that way.
isang reaction
Am I an
kanina si Coach
accountant like
Arcadia
Echo?
for those,
No, bro.
Of course, you can't hear us talking behind the scenes na sinabi mo, grabe ang tapang mag-poke ng Blacklist International. And of course, we know Echo to be one of the bravest team fighting in terms of the major objectives, pero yung Blacklist tinatapatan yun. Let's go first though with the early game rotations. Parang for you, you had a few questionable moments para sa Echo dun sa macro nila.
True. Siguro when it comes to the turtle.
Yeah, bro,
first
3-1.
turtle, nakita natin na parang ina-avoid ni Blacklist makipag...
Bro,
clash
Echo is an
sa
accountant. It's actually
turtle
pretty
fight.
crazy.
Nakita natin si
Silly
Sensui
ass
na yung
Echo.
track niya is
I love
papunta sa
that,
gold
man.
lane. Pero
That's my
apparently,
boy.
check siya nung Rafael.
But we all know
Wala
Echo,
sila
right? We all know
nakuha.
G.
Very fortunate
A man's
na
getting his
kay Blacklist.
masters.
Hindi nawala yung blue from
Just because he
Sensui.
can't talk right all the
Nakuha
time
ni
doesn't mean
Carl
he's
yung
not
blue
smart.
dun. Medyo ang
He's a
hirap
smart guy.
bumawi dun. Pero pagdating
He's
dun
a hard
sa
worker and a
turtle
smart
fight,
guy.
doon na yung nagkaroon na parang problema yung Echo. They were lost because they were ahead for the positioning. They were already there. 5-man turtle fight. But na-reset pa yung turtle. Ang dami pang wrong.
Echo's not gonna lose, guys.
Dun sa third turtle.
Get that voodoo out of here, bro.
That was, I believe, one of our Agreed natin mga turning points for that matchup.
Yawi,
While
NACT
that was
support.
happening, si Oheb
I'll let him
actually was
sleep
in the
on
bottom
my
lane, so
floor, bro.
nakapag-farm pa siya, speeding up the process of the
Should I
early
put some
kill, and then classic
some
Blacklist
noise on my
going to the bottom lane right
let him
away
live in
after
my
that
garage
third turtle para
and
ma-push
boot
agad
camp him
nila.
here, bro?
How do you feel about this Claude?
Get a
pick
real
na
all-star
napunta
NA
sa
team?
last two picks ng
Yawi
Echo?
Esports?
For me, yung Claude, hindi naman siya sobrang pangit.
Yes, I'm an
dun sa
Echo
game
fan,
na
bro.
yun. Pero yung nature kasi ng Claude for that game is,
I'm
when
an
you
Echo
pick a
fan.
Claude, it's gonna be hard if you're facing a Digi. Because Claude is not so strong in laning phase. Plus you're facing
Is
a
Yawi
Digi,
in the
it's gonna
building?
be
That's the real
extra
question.
hard.
Like could
But
they bring
in
Yawi
Flash,
in right now?
when it comes to the Lord
Hi,
Dance,
Tahira.
that's the time that you're free to free hit, you're free to poke because you're just facing a Digi. You're not facing someone who have a suppress. So, I think okay rin naman yung Claude pick doon and he survived the early phases of the game naman. Siguro yung turning point lang talaga yung nagpahirap sa kanya.
Yeah, and as we look back into the last few moments of the game, of course, our MVP.
I think they're different styles, right? There's our fangirl, Tahira, in the chat. I think they're different styles, right?
The fact that you have a Diggy who built for damage, of course, masakit talaga yung damage lumalabas.
Do we
dun
play
sa
a brawl while we
mid
wait,
end
guys?
ng Blacklist International, and they made the most out of it. One of the reasons why Blacklist International was able to play the game that they did, katulad ng sinabi ni Coach Arcadia, was Yue, tapang din siya na mag-poke, and he timed very well with Rene J. So ito yung mga early game rotations na pinag-usapan natin na I think dito naman natin nakikita, even though Sensui got to eventually balance it out, parang in the first few minutes, doon nakita yung parang veterancy ni Carl TZ, yung expertise niya as a jungle with paano niya na-manage yung first rotation.
Ito talaga si Sensui, gamay na gamay niya rin talaga yung yung tank jungler kung saan siya magro-rotate, kung mag-i-invade siya ng buff, or ikukuhain niya muna yung buff niya.
Yeah.
So kita talaga yung mastery niya.
Yeah. Carl TZ showed off his mastery, but Sensui showed off his mastery as well with the earlier rotations para hindi ganun ka
My
laki
phone's
yung
dying, bro. I gotta be
potential
careful.
turning point to happen if ever si Carl TZ nga makakaagaw ng buffs on the side of Blacklist International. Pero behind the scenes as well, we had a lot of great things to say about the two XP laners. Even though they lost, let's start things first off
Is
with
Benny Cutie the
Sanford.
Mihawk of
We
MLBB?
had a lot of moments
Bro,
where
Mihawk's on fraud alert,
sinigaw
bro.
natin, "Uy, grabe,
Don't
ang
compare
ganda
Benny
ng pasok
Cutie
sa
to Mihawk, bro.
Kitang-kita
That man's
naman
on
talaga
real
yung
deal
San
fraud
Sandro,
alert, bro.
yung
We still haven't
combination
seen a
at
single
combination
feat from
talaga
that
nila.
man, bro.
Dun sa nag-try yung Blacklist mag
We saw him cut a ship in half and like an ice block in half, bro. Come on. He cut some ice in half. That's it.
Because of that play.
Yeah. So Sanford, Sanji, Sansan,
Neither of these are my heroes, bro.
But then nakita din natin the
We'll run
Arlott
Sicilian.
pickup for Edward. You
Bro,
told me,
Benny fodder.
Edward, parang ang bigat
Stop,
ng
bro.
responsibility niya dito. He had a heavy responsibility in his shoulders. For you, yes, we saw Blacklist win.
Stop
but
the cap,
did Edward
guys.
fulfill that responsibility?
Definitely. Alam naman natin si Edward, isa talaga siya well-respected na XP laner, not just in Philippines but in the whole world. A lot of players look up to him. So, pinakita talaga ni Edward ano yung world-class XP laner.
Oh no, I didn't mess with my items at all.
Performance from Agent Zero. Now, as
Whoops.
a former coach of
Echo gonna lose,
Echo,
period.
you've
Period.
coached some of these
You gotta
players
spell that
in
like
the past.
period.
Let's talk about now as we look at the stats on your screen. We get a better understanding of the numbers behind the game. What does Echo now have to do going into game number 2 para makabawi sila?
That's like saying Zoro's a fraud?
Siguro
I guess
para
no,
sa
he did
akin,
train Zoro, right?
Stay with their identity. Okay, you like to draft a team fight.
I forget about that
okay,
sometimes,
but
that
you
he
have
technically
to be
trained
more
Zoro, so.
careful with your macros. Because kitang-kita naman natin, yung turning point for that game is the First Lord. We cannot change the fact that
Not only the Filipino stream, but on the English stream as well, that at some moments, Echo looked shaky. They looked like they were lacking a bit of composure as well in some elements. Now, on the side of Blacklist International, yes, it wasn't a perfect game. What were those specific things on the Blacklist game 1 na nakita mo that they might need to work on, if ever there are any?
siguro yung pagiging decisive sa
I'm frozen!
turtle. Kasi alam naman
I'm trying to like
natin
hold my
na
phone and let it
yung
charge.
Blacklist, nire-respect talaga nila
My stream's
yung
lagging
turtle
again,
ni
bro.
Echo. Because they feel that this is the biggest strength of Echo, which is, we know that that's true. But they have to be decisive on what they want to do. Do you want to mirror or do you want to fight in the turtle fight?
Are we good?
They have to have one decision.
Okay,
It wasn't my
Blacklist
game that was
International,
lagging.
A little bit more decisiveness, even though you want that.
Because my
game,
phone's dying, I'm
you
trying
can't-
to charge
you can't
it.
let it slip. You're still going up against one of your biggest rivals. Now for Echo,
But my phone's messed up.
It's, if you haven't waken
And I have
up
to like
yet,
hold the
it's
wire
time
a
to
certain
wake
way.
up now. But,
Bro, if my phone goes
there
down
was
again-
one thing that we talked about at the end of the
Bro, if my
draft
stream
where
goes down
actually
again,
even
bro,
though
I'm gonna be
Maganda
so
Man and Biggie
pissed.
Pick and the sequencing for
I'm
Blacklist
not gonna lie,
International,
guys.
Actually, you saw it as a relatively even draft, but it was down to the execution. Why for you was it an even draft after that?
Siguro mas na-execute ni Blacklist ng tama yung lineup nila. Mas alam nila kung paano laruin. Kasi nagdigi sila, right? Plus Valen. And when it comes to the late game, Echo will have a hard time going to the Lord, even checking the HP of the Lord. And that's what happened. You see Carl TC moving to the Lord, getting poked. You see Sanford going to the Lord, getting poked. Because that's the strength of the Blacklist lineup. And they were able to execute it properly.
Grabe. It's great to have Coach Arcadia back here in the Philippines. A round of applause for our coach, Arcadia. I mean, we always talk about behind the scenes, some of all our favorite coaches, for us talents, and your name often comes up. So it's an honor actually sharing the stage with you, and I'm learning a lot talking to you about this game. So, based on, are there any specific things like on the back of your head, you know, the coaching gears grinding in the back of your head na parang, uy, baka lumabas to, uy, baka ito yung maging mangyari. What are those things behind your head right now?
Usually yung naisip ko is more on the draft. While they're picking, uy, baka ito yung pick niya, baka ito yung pick yung ganyan.
Yeah.
And tingin ko marami pa talagang baon tong dalawang teams na to.
All right, so let's see kung marami nga yung baan nila. Let's throw it on over now to Hans with some special guests here in the arena.
Stream's good still?
Maraming salamat, Coach Arcadia and Renmar Santa Cruz. We are now here right at the audience area kung saan makikita nyo not just one, but two-time because they are the back-to-back champions.
Bro, they
of
keep
MDL.
CCing him out of my
Please make some
range, bro.
noise Para sa Echo Proud. There you have it. Again, gentlemen, congratulations sa inyong pagkapanalo, and I'm sure sobrang dami ng mga fans.
Now
na
I'm getting
sumusuporta
annoyed.
sa inyo. In fact, katabi ko ngayon ang buong, or actually hindi sila buong roster, but some of the representatives.
That was our second dev?
And wearing their uniform right now. The regular season MVP and the finals MVP nung nakaraang second season ng MDL. Zaida, again, congratulations sa iyong nakuha. At kamusta ang panonood ng Echo Proud so
My phone
far
is
dito?
dying,
First time,
bro.
First time po namin.
Ngayon lang ba kayo napunta? Okay. So, I'm sure nanonood naman sila ng day one sa kanilang mga bootcamp from a while ago. So, eto na. Alright? So, in this specific situation, nakita natin na there were so many changes na naganap. In fact, nung nakaraang MDL run nyo, nalagay muna kayo sa lower bracket before you've managed to secure. Tama, James? Tama? Tama, di ba? So, what is
What's
the
the worst
constant
thing
reminder?
I
Ano ba
could
yung, parang how do you
say?
bounce back in
Things
this
are
kinds of
better
situation? Kasi
if
ngayon,
I
di ba,
stay
nakikita natin,
so long.
Echo lost game number 1.
Good
So,
night.
kayo, you've been in that situation before na nahirapan kayo. So, anong mindset? What's the approach para sa mga next games?
Nung natalo po kami ng game 1, nag-adjust lang po kami ng drop sa game 2. Kung saan kami nahihirapang hero. Yung mga sinasabi namin na no regrets na pag isang game na lang yung kalaban na malalaglag namin.
Alright, no regrets. You love to see it. And I'm sure yan, approval ni Coach. Coach, yung ba talaga yung sinasabi nyo?
Tama yan. Tama.
Okay, tama yun. Tama. Yun talaga. No regrets as much as possible. Make sure na maintain nyo yan. And, di ba, nakuha nila yon. Okay? And na-manage nila to keep the streak alive and to keep the championships within themselves. So ngayon, ipapaboto naman kita.
It's gonna be a long
Kasi
freaking
meron
brawl,
tayong
bro.
tinatawag na the greatest players or greatest 10 players for M5 kung saan meron na mga ninonominate sa Indonesia, sa Malaysia, at sa iba't iba pang parte ng mundo. So, kung ikaw ang tatanungin, Zaida, at hindi na sila kasama, okay? Ikaw lang to. Tatanungin kita kung sino ba yung dalawang nominees mo na magre-represent ng Pilipinas para sa the greatest players for M5. Number 1. Sige, go ahead.
Number 1 po, Carl TC.
Alright, Carl TZ. Number 1. Okay, explain mo kung bakit si Carl. You know, na-pressure kasi siya kasi pinapanood siya ni Carl ngayon.
Young Goat po.
Break is long today, bro. Not only that, not only is the break long today, but it's like the game was super delayed.
So, ano bang pinaka-natutunan mo kay Carl?
The game was like super delayed.
Yung pagiging matapang sa game.
Yan, pagiging matapang sa game. Ito naman. Dito sa lineup na meron.
What do I think of Blacklist game 1? I think Onyx will come back. It's okay. I mean, Echo will come back. It's okay. No, it was a clean game. It feels like they're getting better. Like from yesterday to today, it feels like they're just getting better. And I talked about this before the series started. Like, Blacklist always has some cheeky picks, and they showed that with the Diggy. They showed it yesterday with the Popo.
Lalo na nung MDL Finals. Paano nyo sinimulan yun?
Magdasal lang.
Tama. Magdasal lang. You and get the victory. And again, kasama natin ang Echo Proud. Gentlemen, maraming salamat sa inyo. I hope you guys can continue joining us para sa mga susunod pang laban. Now, we're gonna go back to this game. Casters, you go ahead.
Thank you very much, Hans. Always good to hear from you out there in the crowd. Of course, that is Echo Proud from the MDL, and they were just recently back-to-back champions, of course, for Season 2. I guess there's a lot of eyes on there also because obviously we've seen a lot of players step up from MDL Philippines into the MPL Philippines, and some of them, of course, have really shined and found their footing, I feel like, in the professional league. So,
all right, we're finally working. I feel like we're finally working here.
Still, with what Hans was talking about with them, they're looking forward to M5, of course, as well. They've got their own idols out there. I think I even heard them mention, I think, Kyrie's name. So, you know, I can't wait. It's going to be a reunion in itself, and we've seen a lot of just
5% on my battery, guys.
Here for the playoffs. So, with that being said, again, it's 1-0 for Blck International. That is the first game win.
Bro, stop pushing them out of my way, bro. For the love of God.
Basically. All right. So take this into consideration. You can just say it's 1-0, you know, in the best of 5, whatever. Consider this. If Blacklist wins this, or whoever wins this, they win one more BO5, they are confirmed for the World Championships.
Ooh, that's tough. Like, if you're Echo or you're Blacklist, you're two, but if you win this, you're 1 series away from stepping into, well, not the international stage, but because the thing is, M5 is here in the Philippines, but
there we go.
The grandest stages is not only that, but also imagine a stage or a world that we live in without physical SIM cards, because now with Smart, you can have a prepaid SIM. It's an eSIM, which can also be delivered to you, of course, through email. It's way better than our traditional SIM cards.
That's right. This cutting-edge technology redefines the way we connect, communicate, and live life. Get yours digitally delivered to your email at the Smart online store for only 99 pesos.
That's, again, technology is evolving here, and I love it. I love, as someone who likes to travel once in a while, you know, eSIM is the way to go. So get yours now, and aside from that, like we were mentioning, there is a journey here just in this matchup alone. What can happen here as things kind of unfold? Again, if we talk about the previous game, I know we talked about it a little bit here when we were off cam midnight, but you have your own bone to pick, I feel like, especially with the draft, you know, from Echo. So, what do you want to see them change going into game 2?
All right, remove the Raphael. Like, that was out of nowhere.
For starters.
Yeah, for starters. Not remove, but maybe pick a better option, right? Because the Raphaela provided some sort of like mobility and heal from the Baksha. You know, theoretically, it was a pick that made sense. Yeah. But compare that to Blacklist, that if you look at the XP lane-to-lane match, it makes sense. But the overall picture, it makes perfect sense. And Master the Basics is always looking at that bigger picture.
Now we're ready.
The way we win this game, especially with last picks, is we pick a hero that is sort of like rounds up our draft and answers up so much problems on the other side. And now that is what the Aura provided.
What are we going to have to start calling John Simp Dela Cruz? Mr. Simp Dela Cruz?
That's about it.
I mean, you were already
game time
into the nether realm, so
yeah,
some healing,
some healing a little bit.
But at that point, you're playing to not lose. That's different from playing to win.
And wow, interesting. Echo is going to be on the blue here. Once again, it's Blacklist on the red.
They made the choice, fam.
They chose this.
Let me just say, blue side is 0-5.
They're 0-5.
Whoa, but
first pick.
They opened up the Matilda.
Yeah.
That's one of the few ways you can actually make the most of being on blue.
Now the Rafaela makes sense now for Blacklist International. If you want to be able to match up against the Matilda, Rafaela is the way to go, but you don't pick it 2 picks. You can go for Edith and Valentina here for Blacklist International. Classic 2-pick, power pick for most of the teams. But instead, they went with the Akai. Interesting. Okay, they really are prioritizing the Akai.
What's the worst thing I could say?
I guess that's just
things are
obviously
better
Akai is
if
strong
I
in his own
stay.
right? And also with that, if you're going to be dealing with this Matilda across from you, how exactly do you solve that? Well, one, we lock in at least the Valentina. We can play around that if we want to go ahead and take our own circling heal. But it also forces, once again, even what we saw previously, right? Where with Echo's first phase of the draft, and even as we got through the entire draft, there were still multiple options.
We end soon. Ruby, what's up?
Right? But
sorry,
could be
I'm zoned in. I'm focused.
They lock in this Ixia early on, by the way. This is very early. We know how Ixia is, guys. She is literally the epitome of a glass cannon. Speaking of a glass cannon, here's a mage version of a glass cannon to pair up with.
Okay.
All right. Tesla,
You first.
Rafaela. I mean, that's it. Tesla, Rafaela. You could go for Bruno here. You could go Claude. There's so much option for Blacklist International. Echo needs to protect.
I think we
his
sell
Ick to make it
boots.
second phase.
This is a wild swing. Again, coming in from game 1, wherein obviously looking at even the draft index, they were lacking burst. Echo's
We love
lineup from
Pokemon.
game 1 wasn't as fast as I think they hoped it would be.
Right.
But now look at this.
I love
They're more
Pokemon.
than making up for it, but I'm afraid that this is punitive in a response.
What?
Juan.
Why are they giving Oheb the 1-1?
Well, you did say he has to like adapt, right, and grow.
All right.
Is this that?
This is perplexing Midnight on so many levels. Both teams draft.
All right. Here's the thing. It makes sense against the Irithel. It does not make sense against the Matilda.
Not against the
And it's
Katina
too
either.
early. Like, if you want to
What's
get
my favorite
1-1,
Pokemon?
pick it last.
You can hide it. Like,
I don't know.
think
You wouldn't need to, because it wouldn't be
Definitely
Panda, I don't think.
Vaporeon, bro.
Exactly. And now you showed the 1-1, even though
Nah, low
there's
punny.
no
Probably
Farsa
low punny.
flex anymore
Low punny's
for,
my favorite.
Echo, because you already picked up the Karita.
Solid
It does
pick, right?
provide a lot of problems for Blacklist International, but problems that are not needed to be solved immediately.
so. They kind of created a problem for themselves.
Yeah, now, here's the thing.
With the potential of the 1-1, though, I mean, snowballing.
Carl TZ has not played Fanny this season.
Oh.
But he did play it in Season 10 and Season 11, remember?
No doubt, Carl Tizzy has a fanny.
He has a fanny, but would he really want to play that into the Akai?
I mean, against a 1-1, you would.
Jeez.
True.
Because
GG's.
the thing is, against the Akai, you already have the Karita to deal with him. Like, you have the burst coming out from from these heroes that can deal with the Akai, and I feel like it's no longer the problem.
Everyone in the chat that just went, "Hey yo!"
Even if you don't
They're
get, like,
you guys
the,
get me.
Fanny here,
You guys understand me, huh?
There's still a lot of options for Carl TZ to go with, and I think it has to come from the X.
Baji boy, bro, you should have been in here the other day. I had your TFB jersey on. I was rocking the classic, the Bosch classic, bro. I was rocking the Joy Baj #1, bro. The Joy Baj 1. Kind of like the Jordans ones, you know, like those Jordans ones. Like I had the Baj ones.
This also goes in the hands of Edward.
Them Air Force Baj ones,
We
bro.
saw that he was leading.
I was
what,
repping it.
First Blood, I think it was, against the rest of the XP leaders. There's the Terizla. As you mentioned, Midnight, they're going to lock that in here. So,
Fanny, let's go.
yeah, do we see Carl TZ bring out an assassin pick against this kind of lineup?
I'm seeing Fanny Uranus or Fanny Glue.
Fanny Uranus, Fanny Glue.
Oh,
Well,
no!
he's going
No!
to the prince that fell off, as you guys
Martis.
Oh no, the Martis.
The Martis.
I mean, it is frontline for the Ixia.
Yeah.
It is frontline for the Ixia. And it's sustainable enough, but I don't think
The Martis.
Blacklist
They all gave me
has
shit when I was
gone
talking.
with Martis
I think
earlier
they're
on. Edith
totally.
does sort of like support the Martis pick, but Blacklist International, last pick here, they can go for some heroes like Kaja and Renegade.
Kaja.
Kaja, Kaja,
Hey,
Rock.
Ritz, do you use Snapchat?
Rafaela, oh, Lolita against Ixia. Interesting.
Very specifically against the Ixia. Does very little against the Kadira though.
Yeah. I mean, it does help when it comes to checking the bushes. Like, you are able to check those bushes safely, but it does not help you against a Matilda too.
Right.
Yeah,
It's because I used to always say Martis and Estes.
But I'm more scared. I'm more scared.
Bro, I'm not really
for the
vibing with
one
my
with
hair
the-
right now.
No, samesies. That's essentially why Echo's draft index looks like this. Again, just as a visual viewer, right? Just looking at it, it's better coverage.
Yeah.
You're safer on most fronts. So what's the answer? How does Blacklist respond when Echo just bears down on OHEB?
Well, usually, like, if you look at that, the way that it's spread out. that's
Whatever,
like
bro.
balanced,
I don't care
right?
anymore.
That's literally balanced right there. So I feel like the bases would be covered for Echo's lineup throughout the game. So for Blacklist International, if they want to get this one, a lot of it is going to rely on, can we protect OHEB? Can we keep him alive? Can we get
Still
him
look
in the
like a
air, right?
sussy
Can we give him
Frenchman.
the airtime he needs?
Sweet.
But it was similar to the previous game. So we'll see if
Ritz,
they all unfolds here as we jump into game number
I
2.
try to
Land
even
of
look good in my
Dawn.
sleep,
It's Echo and
just in
Blacklist
case I dream about
International.
you.
Game 1 already in the hands of Blacklist International.
Yeah, I mean, they do have the momentum. They have the advantage in terms of score in the series, but in this game, I do feel like Echo has a higher chance of pulling off the victory here over Blacklist International just because they have a more well-rounded draft and they have answers versus the 1-1.
I'd agree, man. Draft-wise, Echo just has a clearer ramp towards a winning image. As for Blacklist, they're going to have to pull something like what they did in Game 1.
That was smooth.
Play it from a very specific position, and
That was
more likely
smooth,
it's gonna come
Trex.
from Agent Zero taking over.
Yeah, anything for the emblems real quick that sticks out here, Midnight?
Well, the thrift from the the Ixia, of course, does help in terms of early game damage. Of course,
Sanji, nice.
allowing him to be more
Petrify.
Oh, Renegade.
There we go.
Again, does not help you against the Lolita and Kadita.
Good start, boys.
Doing so deep.
Oh, Sanji with the
Sure, and then
recalls.
he got petrified
Don't
as
get too
well,
crazy.
right under the turret's range, so that is not where you want to be, right? And with that, it is an early kill, of course, but that goes in the hands of JP. And we know how JP likes to play this Matilda. He's going to be very aggressive, and with that early kill, it gives him a little more of that confidence to move around.
He's a phenomenal Matilda player.
Oh, yeah.
Down bottom, they're pressuring again. The aforementioned kill one, the Filipino sniper, put down to half health. All right, in this kind of situation, again, where you clearly are winning on some fronts, especially in the early game, I don't mind Martis.
Oh,
Martis seems okay.
Yeah, I mean,
They're trolling me.
it's an answer against the Akai. Does not play well into the Valentina, but it's also
I feel like they're
okay
trolling me right now.
against the Terizla, because again, you're survivable enough. You do have enough damage from the side of Echo to like allow the decimate factor, but it's not a best pick, right? It's not a best pick for Echo. It does help the Ixia on the backlines. That's the thing. You are still playing into the team fight factor for Echo.
All right, turtle fight, breaking out. Immediately the onward, looking for some kills here. There's some wisps laid down. The heavy spin spent up already. Big penalty zone. Cardi's, he scores a turtle. How can they convert? They got shields, they got damage, and they got time to say, let's get on out of here.
When I was at
When I was
at
That's a
M4,
63% for you
nice to
versus
say, why do you always say
48%
Martis, bro, and Estes?
Yeah, great
It's
timing there,
Estes
too.
and
You know,
Martis.
Sanford almost going down, popping the primal wrath
Because I would always say
there.
that. That was like something I would say.
Oh,
But I didn't like mean to. It just I don't know. It's just how I pronounce their names. It's like two names that I had to work on. Like I actually had to like stop myself from saying it like that. And now these guys are
What was that,
trolling
the
saying
decimate,
it.
and then just an auto attack from
Yeah.
JP or something to clean it up. So
It wasn't enough. Carl was like, oh, that wasn't enough?
A little
Okay.
help, please.
well, again, this gives JP an advantage in a way, right? Because
Oh, yeah, 2-0.
he's already
Echoes
scaling
up.
really well on this Matilda, who is, remember, before Nolan was available, usually
Estes
always
nuts.
stands out.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a obstacle in itself for Blacklist International to deal with. And meanwhile, again, you're going to find these gold lanes
Wait,
just farming
that's
up.
interesting. You don't reflect the wisps back? I mean,
From
you
the
do,
Lolita.
but you know, it doesn't hit the Matilda.
Estes,
Well,
Maybe they're not
Estes,
from up
and
front,
Martis.
Interesting interaction.
Or
Because there's no
something tells me-
targeting, right?
Yeah, or there's not enough damage from the wisps.
Bro,
just
Echo's
yet
got
for it
this.
to show.
What do you mean, no, y'all? We know when they got this.
Support Matilda.
that's
Now
a-
fight breaking out in the bottom lane.
Oh, good flicker.
Misses the headbutt via
Good flicker. That was close.
Now they're gonna bear down on the Sensui. Oh, Mortal Coil in and out. Not enough.
Bro, the
Fight
Ixia
break.
Matilda combo is vicious.
Oh, full barrage coming in. Pushing Oheb back.
That's the.
Are you talking about Ritz?
1-1 matchup, by the way. It's really unplayable.
Ritz is just being nice. Oh, Edward goes down. Come on. Come on, boys. They just had to get in their groove, man. We all want you to stay, Tahira.
And the way that works is really they just want to push Oheb off.
Don't leave
Get
us.
a little extra gold if they can from that scale up.
Here we go. Circling Eagle by JP, Sanford, and Carl Deasy. Crashing down onto the 3 here. It's a big 6-man tag team matchup up top. Now Edward coming in. Watch out. He has a penalty zone. Locked and loaded. Where are they going? Oh, there he goes. Catches 2.
Uh-oh.
Stun Sanford and Carl Deasy. Down goes JP. Uwe pops him.
Bro, I love it so much. When a Valentina steals the... Oh, my God. Guys. Come on. Get out.
And now Sanji in trouble as well.
Calm down.
Smells blood. Is he going to force it? Oh, maniac for Uwe.
Worth, says Uwe.
Value.
Hashtag worth. Definitely worth it for Blacklist International immediately claiming 4 kills. And I don't know what Echo was doing but back there. They didn't have the Kadita ult. They didn't have Sanford ult. They were not ready to fight. But they were constantly playing into Blacklist International's hands. And after that, Edward and Renegade, they were like, okay, let's stop this. Let's pull off a Bataan Boy movement and just catch him off guard.
I think that's what they call in the business
You.
an audition.
Yeah, it is.
An audition.
They came in 1 by 1.
All right, Echo.
And they were the
Game's neutralized.
Eagle on Oheb. Cancels it
You
out.
with Tina.
Oh,
Bro, JP's
is
making
some
some kind of sussy engages, bro.
On to Uwe.
immediately takes it
What?
back.
All right, they utilized Sanji on this Kadita. They actually got UA taken care of.
Sanji mad.
Yeah.
Angry.
That's what they got to do, though. You know, at this point, they can't let that kind of get out of hand because even with that, you know,
Sanji's playing good, though. 3-1.
alone is going to play around that, feeling confident with the way they are. And then now they're moving down towards this side because, like Midnight also mentioned, you know, Oheb, he's got some of that damage already. JP to go in, he's just trying to juke them out at this
annoying.
point. Yeah.
That's super annoying. Like Oheb has to constantly recall back.
Yep.
And Renegade has to also babysit this gold lane because JP and Benecutie just have this huge kill threat over the 1-1.
Again, I think as the focus in the gold lane kind of happens, one thing's for sure.
Trex, what are you doing when you see me for the first time in ML event? I won't know it's you.
Or the most devastating part of
Everyone always comes up to me and they're like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. So once you tell me who you are, then I'll just act like I don't know you. I'll continue to act like I don't know you.
I did not know what happened with that bush.
That's how it'll go down.
Okay, we're going to take a breather here. But, you know, just as I was saying about Iksha, then, again, Kadita, the factor. The Kadita factor early game is devastating.
The bushes, man. You have to constantly check it with spells, not with your body.
They needed a pause after that engage, bro.
Swim.
With the fishes.
With the fishes.
You're going to sleep with the fishes.
Yeah, you're going to be, you know, swimming with, I was going to say Mark. So she's
Kadita.
She's Kadita now.
Well, again, you know, you see a great moment for Black International, and then you have this kind of interaction happen. And then you're like, all right, JP's been flying around for a while now. Then something like that is pulled off. And, you know, you're kind of just left wondering, all right, well, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with a Matilda that's obviously given the mobility, giving the team what they need, escape routes if they need it. Again, the Iksha's very vulnerable to being crashed down on, but, you know, when stuff like that is happening, you're kind of left scratching your head, your Black International. Because UA will probably not be able to replicate what he did with the Decimate earlier on.
Yeah, the addition.
Yes, the addition.
Okay, to be fair, that whole sequence with UA up top scoring the Maniac, that was in part of Echo's.
Why are Indonesian ML girls so much better looking? I don't know, bro.
That's why it's going to leave you like scratching.
I don't know, bro.
Because at this point, you're constantly reacting to the gold lane, and you're not even able to make any movements with the Akai. And Carl DZ,
I don't know.
You know, roaming around
Something
the
in the
map,
rice, bro.
All together, while
something in the rice, man. Something in the spice. There's something in that sauce and in the dim sum, bro. Something in the dim sum.
Last turtle fight for game number 2. Turtle at less than half health here. Coming in. There's an Earth Shatter. Looking for a big one. Turtle in.
All right, well played. Carl Teasy takes it. Keep it up. Get aggressive. Find Edward. Clean. Look for Sensui. It's okay. Take the orange.
Grand Theft Orange.
Yeah.
Okay, securing that objective.
He calculated properly.
Yeah, he did.
He was like, nah, not enough. Not enough damage.
Not going to force it.
Yeah. But again, as you can see, there's
This is probably also true.
where the way that Blackness International
186 viewers. Gang, gang.
They don't have that.
If you guys are just coming in, welcome. I know we totally whiffed the stream earlier. Wi-Fi took a big hit, so I'm going to have to remind you guys, if you haven't, I would love every single 186 of you guys to hit that like button. It only takes a second. It's very appreciated. This is why we don't have fangirls, true. You're right, Ritz. It is the boys. This is a chat for the boys. Or I'm sure we have some female viewers. They're just scared to talk because we're all savages.
The best solution to check the bushes, right? Use Sensui, but still, it could be troublesome.
I have Ritz and Tahira. That's about it. I'm okay with that today. I'm okay with that today.
This is where it is crucial.
How though?
Again, you have to just find your own angle.
Scar score line. It's 1-0 Blacklist over Echo.
In the Lolita, because
they force out a flicker out of the Hitman. I think what you're trying to say, Joseph, is maybe it's Ubi time, but it might be too soon for Ubi
there's
time.
Space Kato. Space Kato's not a fangirl. She's a Gideon fangirl.
Basically, Blackness International
She doesn't really count.
Hope for the
But
best,
she is a
and
woman.
Echo making a mistake, because if you look at
She is
how
a lady.
Echo is composing their team fight, it's always Carl Teasy, Sanford, and JP in the front, right? And you want to be able to get your stacks in these targets. Like Oheb has to hit those weakness stacks against these 3 heroes.
Are any of my viewers right now from the Facebook days? Are any of you guys from the Facebook days? Was anybody around for the Lisas?
They don't have any,
They used to be like 2 of my major female viewers.
Yeah, it's basically
But life happened, you know.
Oheb just does not have the privilege to do that. Blacklist just can't work for it now. JP coming in from the back. Gonna hit the circling eagle on the 3. Cancels it on the way down. In comes Insui with a headbutt. Lord here at left.
Edward to the backside. But Oheb does go down. Sanford. Down goes Edward. Down goes Brenda J. Down goes Yue. 40 gets. Oh, Sansui.
With the Ultra Instincts Retribution.
Okay, bro. I see ya.
Hanging with the best. Sensui gets the Lord, but Echo, they're just going to run it down mid.
Is this endable?
5 seconds for Oheb, though.
Oh, I think they're going to...
Bro, we're not crashing again, are we?
Sensui here going to receive
Oh my God.
Oh, they don't care. They don't care.
Oh, folks, we are going to have to just wait until the perk gets popped. There it is.
All right.
Time rift.
Time rift. We traveled a little bit, but it looks like, Echo is just going to be like, you know what? They did get the turret. So they got the turret down, and they're happy with it. Now, this Lord, first one, great take from Sensui.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can do anything with that, though.
I mean, maybe
I remember that.
more of those Lord steals.
Beginning of this year, after
Maybe do it 3 more
After
times.
M4, there was no Mobile Legends to watch. There was no Mobile Legends to watch anywhere, so we watched the female tournament. We watched the women's MPL.
Just 3 hits.
Oh. All right,
They played Hanzo.
Pops Yue with a full combo, already forcing out a penalty zone from Edward. Carl Teasy putting on stacks, hitting him left, right, forcing back.
I fucking love Leo, bro.
Now living in their jungle in the purple buff. Oh,
If I was a woman, I'd marry Leo.
This is purple here.
Okay, they get away. Oheb also able to get back to the base. Again, that Lord,
Leo's one of my favorite
as
casters.
great as it was as Sensui got it, it resulted into
I think he's very underrated.
Yeah.
Invading solo.
I'll take everything. Did he get it?
Oh,
He did.
I'll do it myself.
All right. And they continue to fight. Oh no, this could go sour. Circling Eagle from JP, knocking up 3. And there's a headbutt from Sensui. Not enough damage. Here we go. That's 5 members of Blacklist International. Benny Cutie spacing himself out. They're going to try to take this tier 2 up top. Carl Teasy CCing Sensui. Oh, they're taking their time.
Barrage! Okay, the block's there.
They're good. They're good.
Hold on. I'm trying to read chat, but I'm also trying to watch this game, and it's tough.
The footsie game up top, man. Nothing happened.
That's the scariest thing. Like, even with a block there, you saw how much damage the full barrage did, right?
Yeah.
It took the full barrage and made it a 1/4 barrage in essence, but it still hurt.
Fractions.
And that is, yes, it became a fraction in itself.
And
so that's the tough thing.
The sad part is Renegade has to constantly do this every single fight. How do you initiate? How do you defend? How do you re-engage if you're in constant 24/7 duty of just protecting?
Does
the,
Eunice?
you know, the
Are we?
one-on-one
What are we?
with the,
What are we talking about, Eunice?
or the,
We have Eunice.
what's it called? The barrier.
And then
Yeah,
does
the
Eunice count as a?
Guardian's
Yes,
reflection.
Eunice counts as a
I mean,
woman.
Unlike the military
Eunice is here.
officers in the
Oh,
West,
wait. Is
says
like
he
has
can do it
Eunice
all day.
been here?
Renegade can't. Renegade has to
Or
do
did
so
Eunice
many
just
things
jump in?
this game to actually claw
Did Eunice
back
just
from
happen to jump in? Hit that in there, bro.
Flying around, roaming free. He feels the air. He feels the freedom. Renegade is locked into that responsibility.
Oh, Sensui caught here with an onward. Cardizzi looking to land
someone
in.
message Eunice?
Decimation, not enough to kill him. Heavy spin from Sensui, spacing out, dispersing Echo. And there's a big fight. Numenon blast.
Oh!
Full barrage!
Sanford, come on.
And he's
Clean,
doing
clean,
it.
clean,
Down
clean.
goes Oheb. Down goes Edward. 2K.
Oh, Eunice, what
for
the
Big
fuck? I'm
Benny.
sorry.
3 down. Sensui and Yue left to defend. Cardizzi uses his retribution, slowing him
Eunice
down.
has been lurking.
There's all 5 members of Echo left. I think the call
Hello?
is endable.
Chat immediately changes. Yo, Eunice is so hot.
Is one hit away here, but they're going to wait for the next wave.
Sensui knocked up into the air, taken down. Echo are waiting for a wave. Yuta here gets hit with a
I can't even
decimation.
enjoy my
Cardizzi
ending of this
mortality.
game, yo.
The Orcas even the score, 1-1.
1-1, baby.
This winning moment is brought to you by our official sponsor, FWD Life Insurance. And now we're even out. It's 1-1. Wow.
It pains me.
It pains
Echo loud, Echo
Pains
proud,
me with
baby.
the 1-1 pick.
I would wear my
But
jacket,
Echo
but it's
leaving
hot in
work
here, bro.
again. The constant aggression.
It's hot in here.
He got shut down.
Just the sheer playmaking capabilities of Echo is able to outmaneuver this draft from Blacklist International, and that's really commendable. Because with Echo, they don't really care. They don't hesitate. They just pull out, they deliver all the punches towards Blacklist International, and every single opportunity they seize.
All right, you know what? I hate to throw
Bro,
out
I live in
numbers
Florida,
right
bro.
off the air,
What do you mean?
But it was mentioned, folks.
What's
you just
winter,
have to take my
bro?
word for this. We said, you know what?
What the hell is
RNG
winter,
great,
bro? It's
but I
73
think
degrees
after
outside.
winning Season 11 and after the World
Winter.
Championships,
Tomorrow
he
it's going to
needed
be
level up. And here I
85,
can say,
86.
After a maniac from UA, he just leveled up. He's like, you can't do that to me, UA. Not like
I'm all
this.
star.
And then he just showed us his Kadita. That's amazing.
Guys, let's not
it was a big
ask
impact.
who.
Again,
Let's not talk about what
scratching
female
over the
casters
1-1.
and
How are your
people we
gears?
prefer
I
when
was gonna
Eunice
say,
is in
how
the
many
chat.
gears?
Wait till she leaves, guys. Come on.
Because at the end,
Have a
your
little
gears
bit of
were grinding.
respect.
Yeah.
Golly.
It was granted for a
Boys,
reason,
calm
and
down.
unfortunately, it is
I know we've been having fun, but
Blacklist
relax.
losing game number 2.
Yeah.
At the
but
beginning and at the end.
Yes.
again, this is why you don't pick 1-1 for space, right? It's really counterable, especially into a bad matchup. You saw the extra pick.
It was
from
the last
Echo.
pick, first phase.
Do I use
Yep.
palm
Yeah,
trees
you
as
didn't
Christmas
have to
trees in
walk in
Florida?
With a Kadita and
Like,
a
do you
Mateo.
really, like,
You were playing
do you guys really
against
think
bad
Floridians do that, bro?
matchups, and
No, we go buy Christmas
compared
trees,
to game
bro.
number 1, where in the art it made sense in the bigger picture, it did not make sense.
We go buy Christmas
in
trees.
the bigger picture. If you want a late game scaling here, the Kent front line against the Ixchel,
Just like
you
the
get
rest of the
Clark,
world, bro.
You get the Brody, you get the Bruno. Those, archetypes.
Guys, we're
Yeah,
not
'cause again,
savages down
We
here.
all
I
know
know, like,
1-1,
you guys hear
really
stories of
relies on
Florida
being
man
able
this
to
and
block
Florida
field,
man
you
that,
know? There was no
but we're not
yes,
complete
there was
animals,
no
bro.
chance that this happened the previous game. Like nothing.
We're not
there was
complete
no
animals, okay?
opportunity. And then when it looked like in that last team fight it might happen.
Bro,
it's
Eunice,
like all Benny could do
every
is,
time
like,
I jump in a
overrun.
VC with you, you want to
And then
analyze the
you
game,
can't even
bro.
move around.
And look at Renegade.
That's
Just
not our
a
vibe
hitman
on the
gives
live
bodyguard.
stream.
Yeah. He was the
No, dude, he was.
Let
he
me
was
just let you
man.
know that's not our vibe, all right?
There you go.
I'll VC with you,
you know,
but we're not going into full analyst mode,
even with the
okay?
changes that she's had, the rework and everything, like,
No analyzing,
still-
all right?
I still, even the percentage,
Eunice
I
always
think it was
trying to
like, I don't know
analyze,
what her
bro.
win rate was, but it's like 2%. It's really low. And I feel like she could still work for team compositions, but when your job is literally just to shield off your gold lane the
Let
entire time,
Eunice
that's not where you wanna be.
cook.
So let's go ahead
Let
and
her
just go
cook.
down once again with Renmar for this game too.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, casters, for the wonderful call of game number 2.
All right, I'm in the caster. Just come join me whenever you want, Eunice.
Here again, still with Coach Arcadio. We have to talk about the draft. I want to hear like all your thoughts now for the drafting, because you mentioned it to me, and I'm still a bit on the fence about it. You felt that lamang yung Blacklist International actually sa drafting nun.
Para sa akin, yung draft minsan, iba-iba talaga yung perspective. Eh, no? Meron isang tao na feel niya lamang yung draft dito. So sometimes it's very subjective. But for me,
turn you up. You're always whispering.
Blacklist there is actually
Sorry.
We always get ASMR Eunice at this time of night. She jumps in the VC and she's like, "Hey guys, what's up guys? How are you doing today, Eunice, or tonight?" Sorry, I'm all teed up right now. Keyed up.
So para sa akin, mas madali execute versus a lineup that medyo high mechanic.
Yeah.
Go to
For
sleep.
me, this one
No,
very
I'm gonna stay up and
uncommon.
watch
You
this.
pick,
Ritz, do you want to
Matilda
join us?
Kadita.
Someone just
Usually,
mentioned
you want
VC
to
with
pair
Eunice and
Kadita
Ritz.
with someone
Ritz, do you want to join us?
CC. But normally, sa Echo ko
Come
lang
jump in the
talaga
chat.
nakita tong lineup na to. Tong Kadita plus Matilda. Pero there were still able
Did you watch
to
yesterday's
execute
game?
it.
Yeah.
I did.
Great execution by Echo, and of course Sanford
Ritz said not
is
really.
our MVP of the game. And
Sad.
ito naman yung nakikita
That's
natin
crazy.
na
I'm
what
not
I
inviting
called
John
on
into
English
this VC.
broadcast and what we've called it all throughout the season. We call this
I don't trust
the
John in the
Edith
VC.
effect, wherein for some reason teams, when going up against Edith, though understandable, nakikita mo yung hesitation. And I think the keyword is, pwede natin balikan yung sinabi mo kanina, Coach Arcadia, about Blacklist International, is
How's
they
life,
cannot
Eunice?
be indecisive. And with this ADF effect, yung play ni Sanford, parang nakita natin, sometimes
you?
Echo, or
Good.
Blacklist rather, they were hesitating to move
Catching
in the
up on some
fights.
stuff.
True.
I was in Vegas last weekend.
Or recap natin yung
Ooh, 4?
fights.
I
First
did
turtle
a
fight,
basketball
okay,
event.
kapaan, walang
So
masyadong nagubig.
TwitchCon was
Second
happening last
turtle
weekend,
fight,
and
nakita natin na ginamit
you know
ni
Loy from
Blacklist
eStars?
yung lineup nila. Because they're playing
the head producer guy?
Terisla, they're playing Lolita.
he
Two
got
of
me a
God's
gig
heroes are all in,
being a host
meaning
for this
you have to
3v3
start the
basketball
clash.
game
You
between
go
a bunch of
in Terisla,
YouTubers.
You need to follow up me, Lolita. But third
Good.
turtle,
So that was
nakita
cool.
natin yung Blacklist na undecisive again. They don't want
Sorry,
to
did
take a fight
I
in
bring
that
a
turtle.
cactus back from
And
Vegas?
Stanford is
Yeah, it's right
already
next to
pro,
my palm tree
making
Christmas
some
tree, Space
initiations,
Cotto.
and It's
Right, I brought the cactus from Vegas, and I'm gonna decorate it with lights and put it right next to my palm trees. Because you know that's how we do in America. Every state has like a plant that you have to bring with you.
These two teams drafted lineups that are very all-in para ma-supplement yung marksman. And it would have been good for the 1-1. It would have been good. It was great for the Ixia, but we just saw at the end of the day,
The
we both
interface,
agree on
like
this.
the
Echo just
heat
This
map
new
and
heat map
everything.
is cool.
Higher
Yeah.
mechanics, more
Yeah.
difficult to pull off, but
It's
they
really
are the
cool.
reigning world champions
You just see
for
where
a
he's
reason.
walking.
And Carl Teasy here,
I can see, I can
controlled
walk in
the
his
map very
footsteps.
well in my eyes, na going up against an iconic pick of Sensui, which is his Akai. And nakita na din naman natin, he was
Yeah,
able to
the-
get one
it's right
really
next to my
iconic
pet
Lord Steal
crocodile,
Sensui
bro.
in this game. But Carl
It's
Teasy,
right
I
next
feel
to
like
my-
played very well with the Matilda and Kadita.
It's true.
Si Carl TC kasi, siya yung jungler
I'm
na,
drinking a
well,
Red Bull.
to be honest, whatever heroes you
I will
give
say
him
this,
or
when I was a
whatever
kid, my
role
brother
na
did bring a little
nilalaro niya,
alligator home one day.
sobrang tapang nitong bata na to. Tapos,
That's actually a true
paresan
story.
mo pa ng Matilda, for sure, mata times 2 or
How many
ma-amplify
guns?
yung,
I don't own
tapang
guns.
na yun. So he's just invading the jungler from
I'm not
left
really
to
like,
right,
I'm not
and
that
then
type of
andyan
Florida
si
man.
JP para
I'm
i-save
not
siya.
like, oh,
In
see
game
here,
number 1, we talked about
they
the
just got
effect
the
that
Lord, and this is
Sanford
going to be a
did
quick
for the
game now.
In that game, I
I'm not
feel
that
like
kind of
now
Florida man.
We have to really commend both Sanji and Yue. Let's start first off with Yue.
Si Yue, itong player na to, matagal ko
That's
na
Cap,
siya
you're from
nakita
Florida.
na one of the
No, I don't
future
own,
bright
I don't
stars
own
in
guns.
MPLP.
I'm not allowed to own
Agreed.
guns.
And nakita naman natin, second turtle fight, sobrang ganda nung
He
clash
is
na
Korean.
ginawa niya.
I
And
am.
yun yung clash na lagi
Korean.
mong
I'm sure you are.
hinahanap kay Yue. Like
Yeah.
his
I
MSC.
I had a
Yeah.
troubled
those
childhood,
kind
and
of things.
now I'm not allowed to
And
have
of course, we
guns.
got to see Sanji, and I think the casters on both streams really just praised the movements of our all-star Infinix
Chuck's
mid
pussy
laner.
pull out
Oh, his
Sanji
musket.
just, grabe yung map presence niya dito. He wasn't always
Everyone has one
with
gun
JP.
at least. That's
Sometimes it
not
was JP
true,
Carl.
yo.
Pero ito yung pinag-usapan natin
I'm not like,
na
and that's not
parang
something that I'm like really
naging
into.
signature
Like,
na ng
it's, I don't
Echo
know.
yung
Like, I feel like
camps
there's
ni
people
Sanji
that
to help
like
Sanford.
guns and are into that type of
Si
stuff. It's not
Sanji
really
kasi,
my thing.
every time nakakita ko yung playstyle niya, may naalala ko na player, si Sans from Onyx Indo. For me, they
Well,
are
Alligator
very
Dish is my
similar when
tail
it comes to
is my
playstyle.
favorite.
Sobrang tapang,
I mean,
sobrang
Gator Tail
galing
is
sa
pretty good.
laning, and kahit gaya nung pinag-usapan natin kanina, normally Kadita you pair
Yo,
it
you're
with
hitting
a CC hero
strawberry
in
banana
the
fruit,
roamer
aren't you?
position.
My
But
pineapples
since
for
it's
Nana,
Sanji,
yeah.
well, wala na, hindi na
Fire.
kailangan ng tulong. Gagawa
I do
ako
have
ng
a staple
pwesto ko,
gun.
hahanap ako ng pwesto ko,
That's the only gun I
susolokin ako.
have.
Eh nakita natin yun twice. Isolo kill Jue, tapos meron siya dun sa Lord
My
Dance.
gosh.
Alright.
And na-pick off niya rin si
Fucking
Jue.
animals,
So,
bro.
Sanji, when it comes to
I get you
Kadita,
guys too hyped up
really
sometimes. We
world
start
class.
talking about
Yeah, and we saw it
hosts
all
and
throughout. There are some moments
Indonesian
where,
and Filipino
again,
girls,
if
and now we're
ever
talking
this
about milk
1-1
shooting
could have
guns.
been
You guys
more
need to
much
calm down
comfortable
out
in the
there.
lane because as you mentioned, the 1-1 against the Ixia, 1-1's a bit happier with that. But again, the effect that Sanji had in the
It's a
map,
menace
the
with a
constant
stapler gun.
rotations, the ganks, especially early on.
Wait,
into the
you
gold
still
lane,
haven't
not just
modded
from
me in
him,
your
but
YouTube?
JP.
It's crazy.
Oh my
Now,
god, just comment
it
something.
Reminds me of what you mentioned.
There's
from
like
game
a whole,
number
you
one
have to
where
like go
Echo
through a
needed to
process
improve on their
normally.
macro to get
It
this
takes a
game
few
number two.
weeks. You have to
Did they do
apply.
that in this game number two?
Ritz
Yeah,
reviews you.
definitely. Nagising na Echo.
Normally it's like a 3-interview process, but we'll just speed you through it, you know.
Kasi lumabas na
I have
talaga
to
yung
go through
laro nila
interview?
eh. Ito yung Echo
Yeah, but
na
we'll speed you through it. It's okay.
nambubuli
You're cool.
sa turtle fight.
Yeah, exactly. So a bullying Echo in the turtle fights is what we saw. And speaking
not being
of,
serious.
you can also actually catch MPLI on November 15 to 19 to witness the top 4 MPLPH teams compete in the only tournament in which a PH
But you have to
team
comment in the
has
chat
yet
for me to make you a
dominate.
mod. I can't
We
just
all
like
know
make
that,
you a
and
mod.
Now
I
we
did
actually know
twice
that
now.
the top 4 of our league.
Bro, is my
AB
chat
Blend,
like super
Echo,
delayed?
RSG, Blacklist International.
I think
They
so.
are going to be our representatives for MPLI.
What's the
now,
worst
fantastic
thing
analysis
I
as always.
could
Now going into
say?
game number 3,
Things are
what's
better
one
if I
key
could.
thing for each team?
Do you know who that is,
Quickly,
Eunice?
Like for Echo, what do they
No.
need to do to continue the
my
momentum?
For me, stick with
Sorry.
their strength.
You can't be a
rin.
mod. That was
Kasi,
the only
lumabas
question you
na
had to
naman yung
answer
laro nila eh.
correct.
So, capitalize na lang nila yun. Tuloy-tuloy lang. And
Do I wanna hear a fun
stay with their
fact?
comfort.
Sure.
Stay with their comfort heroes.
Right, comfort capitalizing
She failed
the
the mod
momentum.
test.
Personally for me, Blacklist International.
sorry.
Agreed with Coach.
Someone
I think
said,
in those
"Eunice, your
moments
voice is
of
amazing."
Indecisiveness,
Oh,
don't always look
thank
for the
you.
picture-perfect moment, especially when you have a lineup that is easier to execute. That is it for the analysis. Now we're going to go on over to Hans, our insider segment. I think, yeah, we have some even more special guests down the stage.
Even more people down the stage.
Thanks again, Renmar and Coach Arcadia for that
Rhaegar
wonderful
007,
analysis.
make me a mod, come on.
Naka-equalize na ang Echo 1-1 against Blacklist International. But before we head into game number 3, kasama ko ngayon
I'm a
ang isa
ghost.
sa kanila mga naging kalaban at rivals din. Walang iba kundi ang
Oh,
mga
you got
miyembro
clipped.
ng TNC Pro Team. Please
I
give
did,
them
bro.
a
I got
warm round of
smoked.
applause,
I got-
ladies and
Crazy.
gentlemen, because
I got
they
smoked
are here
hard,
since
bro.
day one. So, Bao, kamusta
I'm
ang
on a cross
panonood
right
dito
now.
mismo sa venue?
Sobrang sarap tsaka malamig.
It got pulled really out of context. It didn't really get pulled out of context. My wording was just poor. I was talking about toxic people, but I said PH, and I think everybody just thinks I said that PH is scared of it. It pretty much boiled down to everyone thinking I said PH is scared of Indo. That's how people are taking it, but that's not really what I meant. But yeah, there's literally like 50 comments of people like, cause and then like my dumbass like commented on it. I was like, here comes the pitchforks.
Yes, I got pinned too.
But I still love Z-Kill. He's alright. It's okay.
Next season, you will be able to compete
But yeah, all day
in
I've
the
just had
grander
notice
stage as well.
popping
And
up.
yan ang
59
minamanifest
replies
ng
right now.
buong Phoenix Army. King Kong,
You guys want to hear all the replies?
meet and greet, I believe, kanina. So, kamusta yung
I don't wanna read 'em.
experience na,
But Space
of course,
Cotter does make a
meeting
good point.
with
It is
all of
still
your
publicity.
fans na halos 2 linggo din kasi tayong nawala eh. Right?
It's doing. It's getting more views than Mirko's clip saying the same thing.
Ayan. And there you have it. Maraming salamat on behalf of course, Innocent would say the same thing para sa inyong mga fans. Di ba? Anong message mo sa lahat ng mga fans nyo na...
I'll say though, that's a good picture of me.
Kanina, even though you're not
Raul, what's up, man? New subscriber from PH. Hell yeah, welcome.
Thank you sa lahat ng mga fans ng TNC dahil
Bro, this is actually nothing compared to what Z-Killed has done before. Z-Killed really gets you with the thumbnails, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Back, bro, this one right here. Trex, like, it's like the worst picture of me, too. It's ShoutCaster responds to Moba Zane's statement about MSC. It's from 8 months ago. And it's like the thumbnail is like this angry picture of me. And it's saying they abandon us. It's like so bad, bro. I remember seeing that clip and I was like, bro, why'd you smoke me so bad? Z-Killed.
Number two, Sanji. Alright, so parehas Echo ang nakuha ni Coach Scholar
that clip
from
is
PNC
30K
Pro Team.
views,
Again,
though.
gentlemen, maraming salamat for being with us here today. And I'm sure that Game 3 is gonna be as intense as Echo will face Blacklist International para malaman kung sino ba una makakuha ng match point. So, let's throw it over back to our casters.
Thank you very much, Hans, and also over there.
They got to get those clips in, bro.
To see them in high spirits.
Who's with me? This
here.
is Eunice.
If you're visiting with us for the
She's
playoffs,
one of
don't
our
forget to grab some
co-casters
merch.
on the NACT
We're
desk.
We're our own, hopefully, through here. But again, 2 games have completed. It's now 1-1. It's
Are you gonna
evened
cast
out,
next
but
season,
before we
Eunice?
talk more about it,
If they
of
if
course,
they
wanna
ask
give
you.
a huge shout out to our
You are?
official sponsor, Infinix,
Just
right
making
here,
sure.
featuring
Just wondering.
their
Don't
new
worry.
030, the 5G, the
Why, do you not want me to?
ultra-clear
No, yeah, I do.
smartphone.
We should really push next season for them to move around the desk.
That's what I'm saying. I wanna try
Do you have my back if I bring that up?
Yeah.
Because like I've brought it up to everyone else and like everyone's like, yeah, but I feel like I don't know, like I don't want to, because I feel like a lot of time I am one of the only people that like speaks up to Dave sometimes about stuff. And like I just want to know if I bring that up, other casters gonna be like, yeah, we want this as well. All right.
Right
Cool.
here. Thank you. Let's also take a look at these beautiful stats.
I think at this point, like the excuse of like we want to get everyone in tip-top shape and get them, and like I feel like that's like we have a solid, we have a solid group of casters. I don't think like we need to worry about like everyone sounding good anymore. Like,
he also is one of the most beautiful junglers you could ever have. He has good lord dance. He's a very good jungler in the early game. Has a good wave clear, amazing kit, amazing crowd control, and huge damage as well, considering that you don't actually build damage items on this hero. Nope. That's why he's very potent, and that's why MPL Philippines
wear the Echo Jacket. I got you, bro.
Pick. We love those heroes that are really, really good in the meta, and it is also one of the reasons why we don't see Fredrins a lot in the playoffs, because it's always banned.
Yeah, it's always banned, but I will say after seeing Fred for so long, it's nice to see some variations happening.
Yeah.
I am of the contrary.
You miss him?
After seeing Fred for so long.
Bro, do any of you guys follow the Smash community at all?
He makes for amazing
like Super Smash Bros?
He makes for amazing moments for when
Super Smash.
You know what Super Smash Bros is?
I understand why he's number
I
3.
do.
Do you remember it? So they have like a really big esports community.
I know.
But they just so like I follow a few people on like Hungrybox and a couple guys and stuff. Bro, Nintendo just did them so fucking dirty. Like they just dropped
for instance, if he is you still see a lot of the
they just
coming to play.
John Dela Cruz. Not gonna lie, you're yapping your ass off in that clip, my god. Bro, you had to be there for the whole conversation. Like I wasn't slamming anybody, we were just talking. But anyways, like Nintendo just dropped this thing saying that like community tournaments can't have like I'm so glad we don't have a company like when people talk about like Moonton being like bad towards things, like you guys don't even know like Nintendo fucking screws the Smash community, bro. They just try to say that like or tournament organizers can't give out, like they have a limit on prize pool. They can't do more than $10,000 a year or something. And that's like throughout the whole year. So if they want to host 3 tournaments, then they can only do like 3K prize pool for each one. They can only do like a max of like 200 people. They're not allowed to make profit off independent tournaments. Like they just dropped like all these rules on them. It's nuts.
Did you see the game between Mango and Cody? I think it was Falco versus Fox, I think. It was the losers final bracket. Oh my god.
He got banned.
I just watched a mini documentary thing on Amsa, the Yoshi player, him beating Mango at the big house or whatever.
Mango's Falco's cracked though. Crazy.
Echo's on the red.
Oh, be careful of the Nolan, Echo.
All right,
No,
back to game, guys.
Coming out.
Yeah,
I think that's the plan here.
That's why they removed the Predator as well. It's a bad matchup. If you want to play the Nolan, you should remove the Predator because he just controls you 24/7. You know.
Oh, yo, are they gonna pick it up? And then Carl is saying, Sensu, hey, make my day. I dare you to do it. Pick the Nolan.
If they get Nolan here, I think Echo might be considering the Valier.
There
goes the jungle Nolan, as Redmar would put it.
is.
The jungle Nolan, 0% win rate.
We're gonna change
It's true, this jacket has not been washed.
Blacklist International says.
It's been almost a year.
What the
Never getting washed. I barely wear it, Eunice. It's got Benny Cutie's signature on it with Coach Tic Tac and
oh yeah, never mind. You can't
Sanford.
wash it.
I'm not washing this shit. I shouldn't even be wearing it.
Either the Edith or the Terizda, because you want to be able to get one of those heroes on your side.
Right.
Edith sounds more promising because you could flex it both on XP and Roam, but Terizda
I always watch butt slapping tournament when there's no MPL. That's
That's
a real thing, isn't it? It's kind of like the slap tournament, but it's girls slapping each other's butts.
We will see. That's already going to be locked in. The Farsa.
Hey.
So Farsa finally coming into play, of course, for this series. It's going to be locked in there alongside the Bruno. So we're still.
Trex, don't you have a TLB? They don't. No, I don't have a TLB jersey.
Early, the first phase. Now this is a lot of damage.
They don't. They've never had like extra jerseys.
For Blacklist International.
It's hilarious. On my notes, as we're taking the draft, I literally wrote burst. Third pick, burst. Oh, wait, what? No.
Well, it starts with a letter B, so.
Yeah. No, and then there's two solid bursters. Yeah. Physical and magical. So. Yeah.
All right, Tahira, good
If I
night.
don't hear one big damn from you today in this game 3,
You'll be disappointed.
I will be sad.
And then you'll do it yourself.
I'll do it myself.
You'll be like Carl Teasy, right?
Yeah.
Fine. I'll do it myself. So Echo, again, Edith, that is the open, really good.
Draft
against Bruno
insights.
as well.
Eunice, what do you think?
You know, Sanford
She's the
as
analyst.
well.
Yuzhong will be so good right now, man.
What's up?
Are you watching on my stream or are you watching the actual?
Why not?
I'm
game?
just watching
Exactly.
your
That's what I'm
stream.
wondering. Midnight. My gears are
I'm like
starting
on
to grind.
YouTube.
I mean,
can't
you
have
want a
that.
better XP lane
I'm really
hero
delayed, I'm
versus the
guessing.
Nolan,
Yeah,
because I
here.
don't think you want
I mean, you can watch
Yuzhong
here.
versus
See how it
that
looks.
guy.
And Yuzhong gets bursted.
Yuzhong gets bursted down,
Okay, right.
or he pops the ult.
Trex,
because, you know,
link to
people
the
are trying to burst
slapping
it down.
tournament.
Terizda
Tourney,
is
just
a
look up
different,
like
you know,
female butt
different
slapping
type
tournament.
You got the
He
BOS.
is the guy
I'm
that
sure
starts
pop
it
up.
before you actually attempt to take him out. And the three heroes that you see on the side of Blacklist International don't really like playing into the Terizda.
Yeah, because of the BOS.
Alright,
I
what
was
did
just
you?
gonna say,
What
what's the
question did you
BOS?
ask me?
Someone said, "What do we think about the draft?"
That's his passive.
I thought we're not
Body and spin.
analyzing.
Lower his health
Oh, I'm
goes,
giving you the
more he has
opportunity.
passive damage reduction.
Yeah. So he's
Um.
got the BOS.
Well, let me
Get it.
look at the thing
Wheel.
again.
That's
What do you think about Nolan?
Obviously, that's something that
He's a
Yuzhong is
cracked.
lacking, Yeah.
Huh?
If
He's
you have the
cracked?
right,
He's
if you have the
undead
right
blacksmith.
team comp for
Well,
it.
that might.
I'm still iffy about him.
Ooh, I like this
Look
Edith
at that.
I like this Edith band. And I'm liking the M5 logo, by
I was
the way.
gonna say, that's what I thought you were saying, but then you're like the Edith.
Sorry.
That too.
I just,
I'm a
I have
nerd.
trouble.
I'm a
Like,
nerd.
I feel like
That's
he doesn't have enough.
I'm a nerd. So is he.
Yeah,
Like
no, but
the
all of
fact
this
that
is
he doesn't really have like a
for us, right? The
legitimate
fact that
dash,
Blacklist
really,
leads to the World Championship so
like a
soon.
legitimate like flicker,
So
and he has to get up
no.
close and personal. Like, yeah, he does insane damage,
Just like the second
but
phase of
like,
draft, it's almost
I think there's
here.
plenty of assassins
But,
that do insane
again,
damage,
taking
and
a
they
quick
have
look at
better
these,
kits.
facts
Like,
here
I don't know.
from
I just
UA,
want
the
like I
Farsa
feel like he has to get too
Nolan.
close, and
really
he's just
well
a
on to
prime.
67%
Like when we saw him the other
of the
day, he
rate
just
there.
got like
And I think that's
he would
the
get
one
in and
thing,
he'd get a
like,
kill,
Farsa
but
for
then
a
he'd
while
just
kinda
go down.
fell off, right?
Nolan's only good
And
if you
she's
have
usually one of
like
those picks that goes well with the
a
Valentina
dive
because then you
team
just have the two
that
air
peels
strikes, which I'm still waiting for the
Nolan.
cord to
He
pop
has a
up
lot
in
of
players, man.
dashes too.
Like that was usually the answer for the Valentina.
Yeah.
Hasn't come out yet, just yet. Maybe we see it from RSG.
I think he's like I think right now he's like so I don't know. I just haven't seen him do well enough in competitive yet. Like I think people are running him in rank and he's working well. But like as long as there's some CC, which right now CC like tank utility meta, like tank meta, things like that, like CC is so prevalent.
With a Terizla already on the
Likely.
board.
Yes. That's the only other answer.
I'm liking it against the Nolan. I'm liking it.
I like it against the Bruno. I like it against the Farsa.
Yeah, there's a lot of crowd control going
This is
out.
G's for Echo.
And it also limits the XP.
Echo wins this just by
Blacklist.
draft.
Yeah, this is G's.
That's too soft.
That's way too. Yeah.
If whoever asked me to
If you go
analyze,
Diggy here, Echo's gonna go.
just the first 3 picks alone should tell you who wins.
Oh no!
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Dairoth,
yeah, I know
in the past 24 hours has left a bad taste in all of our collective mouths.
Dude,
Yeah, I don't know why people keep
fact,
picking Dairoth
as soon
either,
as I
man.
got back yesterday, I
Yesterday,
turned on the second match, and all, the
Onyx was
first thing
picking
I
it.
hear is not Dairoth
Not
from
Dairoth, yeah.
Leo's mouth.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay. Call me crazy.
Arlott is, I don't know. I don't know if like Arlott's actually back. I just know Blacklist. Edward played it. And, I mean, Edward plays fucking everything good.
Yeah.
Obviously, I will be eating my words, right?
Echo's picking it up. Is this going to be a fucking Roam
I'm
Arlott?
sorry. I'm sorry I blasted the Dairoth.
I think it was more of like a steal from Edward. Like it's like, yo, we don't want him to have it. We're gonna take it ourselves. They also didn't want to waste a ban on it though.
Bruno
So
is also locked in for Blacklist.
Sorry, Brody,
right?
Brody,
Yeah,
Brody. Brody works.
Kind of like the Brody too.
I don't
yeah.
like Brody against Farsa though, and Nolan as well.
Yeah.
Easily bursted down.
Yeah, but Nolan's fracture kind of cancels the whole Brody situation.
Yeah.
What did they pick? They went with the Irtho.
All right.
Did they? Okay.
It's aight.
Not too complex.
Yeah.
did you see the Popo and Koopa pick yesterday, Eunice?
I mean,
Did Popo jungle.
Popo fucking jungle, bro.
Think about the team fights for Echo in the mid game. Like this Arlott, once he hits level 4,
Yeah.
even though he is squishy.
Popo also built jungle, and I thought he was gonna be there for like utility, so maybe
Yeah.
build like a hybrid build, but nah.
Yeah, he went full
Went
damage.
straight damage, yeah, that's
Fucking
the problem.
BOD and shit.
of Blacklist. The other heroes on the side of Echo.
Which I think
is
it
also
actually, honestly, like I
potent
think it can.
enough in terms
I
of
know it
dealing
got
damage.
destroyed in
There's
like
the
game 3 or game
Ballerina,
4.
even the Irtho.
But
Very
I
different,
think
though.
it's
Again, the
actually
whole impact that
viable
Edward brought in
if
game
it's
1. That's
picked
an
right.
extra-lane Arlott,
Yeah.
right?
Like
This
especially
time,
against the
JP has
Akai, like
played
they
a
picked it
very
against the
specific way.
Akai,
Echo has to adjust
and I didn't even like in all this time I've never thought about like the
flash as soon as
Koopa the dog
possible.
doesn't get
So, yeah, we'll
CC'd
see.
from the heavy spin.
Theoretically, it's so
He
good.
can also get the stun onto. He's one of the only heroes that can get a stun onto a Kai while he's in heavy spin.
Very interesting and different.
So like it was definitely a solid answer, but it definitely has to be like a late draft
Will
pick.
they make it work?
Yeah, for sure.
But right now, yeah, I think a big question is, you know, the Arlott, of course, Nolan once again. Does he have his own redemption here in the hands of Sensui?
I mean, in front of the Arlott, I mean, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
For Blacklist International, but I guess it's a better game for Blacklist. I'm just happy I'm not seeing 1-1 here in Game 3.
But just the
my gears are
same,
not turning.
I wish I could say the same. I see a Dairoth.
I mean, it could work. It could work versus the Citizen.
Oh, Renegade.
I was gonna say, if it's anybody, would you trust Edward with the Dairoth?
Yeah.
All right, you know
Are you
what?
texting somebody right now, Eunice?
That's my
Me?
changing, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. If it's
No.
Edward, you got to go 50-50 at least. Like some things you get let slide because it's Agent Zero.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Headphones.
Yeah, you could pull it off.
But what does he do in this game?
just the same. Something tells me they picked this because they're going all in on the burst, man. The burst is bursting. They may have watched a few clips from Onyx.
Was Benedetta banned out? No, right?
It wasn't.
Nope.
It wasn't. All right.
Like, I'm literally kind of thinking here. I'm theory crafting in my head.
Yeah, trying to solve it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, like, all Edward has to do is, well, aside from just being Edward, is get the armor penetration on. Like, if you land the Abysm Strike, great. If you don't, at least now you set up the big dam.
Here's the thing. You're also giving the Valentina.
I don't have
the
all
Abysm
the
Strike.
the cool
goes through against all
bot
these heroes
gamble,
on the side
all
of
that stuff.
I actually like the Abysm Strike more.
We
than
don't
the
gamble here.
Destination these days.
Yeah.
Like looking at it again, theoretically speaking, there's a lot on the line here. Blacklist here have to answer. It's Echo first up on the turtle
Sensui.
pit, pulling them out. JP with a flicker spent, feather down strike coming in from Yue. Turtle here approaching half health.
Oh,
And the
good kick.
dragon, plus a heavy spin. Penalty zone spent up already. Carl Easy spinning out of the way. JP still alive, but just barely.
Oh my goodness.
Damn,
That's the
JP's
That's the
micro
Onyx
on
kit
that
at
hero is
maximum
insane.
capacity. Who's the turtle gonna go over to? There's a knockup. Carl Easy scores one. Look at. And he gets first blood on a JP,
Sorry,
but
I was checking something. I hear like a crackling in my ear.
JP played that turtle fight fantastic.
And I was trying to see
on
where
the
it's
Arlott.
coming from.
Yeah, again,
it's coming
you know,
from this,
first blood
from the
though
live
going to the
stream.
hands of Edward here. Does that result into much? I mean, it was the first blood for the turtle.
Is it me?
But if you
No, I
just
don't
look
think
at
it's
that
you.
team
Your
fight the way
thing's
it
not
went,
showing green,
that's,
so
I feel
when
like one of the
hearing it.
downsides
When I
here
turned
for
this down,
Sensui
it
and
went away, so I
Nolan
think
in
it's coming from the
general
live stream.
is you really just have to wait. Like,
Yeah.
you can't show your face for those objective
Sorry.
fights. So then what that's
Oh,
doing
shit,
is,
I'm
all
wearing
right, team,
headphones.
you got this. I'll come through when I'm ready, you know, when it's my time.
There's this hidden rule.
Crackling
of
didn't come from my mic because I turned my mic off
If you're
earlier
an
to
assassin,
check.
you don't really start turtle.
Yeah.
And you also wait for spells to be casted before you actually contest turtle, unless you're called Teaser or Kyrie or something. But that's the main problem of Blacklist International.
like your
It's
head.
hard
Thank you.
already to deal with the front lines of Echo, like the Teresa and the Art, but you also have to deal with the heavy spin of the Akai.
You're West Coast, right? You're in California?
Away to force out the heavy spin, but at the end of the day, it wasn't
So it's only 1 a.m. for
Oh,
you.
here we go. Perfect
Yeah, I used
angle
to be in
for
Chicago,
Renegade. The
but I
Hitman hit the way of the dragon, but not the right
I
time.
moved.
Carl Easy popping the heavy spin.
That's also one thing that you need to consider, like the only dash.
Oh, yeah,
the
when
only
did you
vengeance
move?
that could come out from the Aurot
In
after
June.
the heavy spin.
June.
Oh, Edward, okay. He might get caught out here.
That's a 2v1. Penalty zone spent in by 40. Sensui. Oh, looking to bait out something.
Wow.
Sanford very low. Flickering away.
I moved
Sanford
to
still alive.
school and
Via the,
work.
exactly, BOS.
Sorry,
You know it.
The BOS.
You know it.
That Smith body.
Yeah, where's the big dam, bro?
No, there's not
There's
enough
not
big
yet,
damn
yeah.
yet.
All right.
That's later. That's
Okay.
like, you know.
I'll wait.
5 minutes in, maybe after this, another 5 minutes.
The big damn auditor's
Echo AP
backing me
Ren.
up.
I'm saying Echo RSG, man.
Oh, Sanji.
Oh,
There's
interesting.
the dashes. There's the way of the dragon kicking. JP, feathered airstrike. The answer by Yue. Final slash coming in. The Hitman becomes the hit. And now it's a 4v5 here in the Turtle Pit. Sensui dashing on out again. The whole
first from,
situation. Playing an
Nolan's
assassin in this
actually
current
pretty
metagame.
decent,
It
though.
opens
Like,
up a
his ult-
smorgasbord of problems for
especially early
Blacklist
game.
as Echo scores
What'd you say?
one.
Something tells me JP has
Nolan?
been practicing his
Nolan?
Arlot roam. It's not
Early
just to
game,
steal the
I
Arlot
would
away
say.
from
I mean,
Edward, but
I'm
it
just trying to
is
think of
a
how Nolan can use that in team
potential,
fights, but
a potential lineup for Echo that they have been working on for these
yeah, but
past
no,
few
I agree
days.
with you on that one though.
And JP has been
Nolan kind of
phenomenal
just
on
like
these
gets a
vengeances
kill and then
on the Arlot,
if
and
the team
it
can't
really
back him up, he
amplifies the
dies.
strength of the Zero,
Yeah, I
especially
feel
with the
like.
Brave Smite, because you get a
I feel
lot
like
of
he needs an
HP
Angela.
from every spell
Or
that
like
he
a
casts
healer,
every
maybe.
6
I don't
seconds,
know.
and it's HP based.
I mean, if
so
he can find the
this gives
opportunity
a
to
lot
like
of
snowball or
sustainability
something and
for
just
Echo
be that guy.
with just the Arlot alone.
But as long as the other team plays tight,
And not only that,
like,
but the
it's
setup
just-
potential that you have with the Arlot paired.
I don't know. I just haven't seen. I guess I haven't seen. I also haven't seen enough of him
Changing his
yet.
zip code, sending him right into the nether realm.
Changing the zip
Okay,
code.
So back to that.
That's
you know,
why I
Edward,
fucking
the
love Leo,
50-50.
man.
Dyroff still not
I
looking
said,
too
man,
high.
changing the
He's
zip
face
code,
down,
sending him right back
right
to the
in
nether
mid,
realm.
man. He's taking a
Even-
nap.
A dirt nap.
Even in the hands of Edward, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Little
saying. Like,
lines like
in the
that.
hands of Edward.
Difficult. It's difficult, and that's an understatement.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lame
man.
hero.
And that's the thing, is I wasn't even talking about the heavy spin. All I was making a point of is JP with the final slash paired with a Terizla. Right, there's already a ton of set potential there. Pio
Oh, the dodge. Okay.
Good
all right.
response from
Mechanics.
Oleb. But this is still troublesome, right? You can see this. Carl TZ still playing himself here on the top side. The rest of the team here.
Oh my goodness. Damage.
Big 4v4. The battle for this tier 1 up top. And it looks like Echo's going to take their time. The discipline call. Blacklist going to back off.
And again with the lineup here, the biggest thing for Blacks International is they're just playing at the pace that
Ducati
Echo's setting.
Airthil's cursed.
You know, and that's
Nah.
kind of the trouble part. Oheb
Benny
again.
Cutie's got
Oh,
this.
missed a lot of spells.
Oh, heavy spin.
that's bad.
That's it. Oheb getting fed to the wolves.
You know, it's Carl TZ again. Like, you mess up, fine. I'm still Carl TZ. I'm still going to be able to do it.
Uh-oh. 40 here gets
Nice
caught
kick.
out way the dragon from the hitman, serving him up to the mid lane magician as Yue takes him down. And
Edward?
the 1-2
Oh,
for
wait.
1.
Uh-oh.
Carl TZ falls and make it
Sanji,
another
you gotta get out of
double
there.
kill for
Sanji,
Renegade.
you gotta get out of
Sanji's
there.
gonna be up next, spinning that flicker. He comes back, feathered
Oh.
like Edward flickers on out of range.
Benny,
And
clean
Yue
up,
does
clean up.
Some clean up here as he takes
Oh,
out Yue
my
and Sensui
God.
trading out. This is where a Nolan shines.
There's the clap back.
Yep. These small skirmishes are really beneficial for Blacklist International, especially when Echo has exhausted their spells and their resources. Sanji, though.
Oh, Renegade.
Oh no,
Here,
bro,
play the dragon,
Sanji, what
serving
the?
him up to the assassin as Edward scores.
There we go.
Oh, Sensui. Gonna have to back out of here.
Bro,
Luis
only when
Alvarado
I feel like
takes
only when Echo
down
Blacklist play
Renegade,
do we
and the
see
turtle is
Filipino
back. That whole
games like
sequence
get
took
this
all this time
fucking
for Carl TZ to respawn.
brawly.
Well, that allowed for the reset.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
think
every
that
other
was
team
worth
we've been
for
watching,
Black
like games are
International.
slow paced
With
because
the
that's just like
Valentina
PH
kill,
style,
yes,
right? Like
you
have
are
like
able
6
to,
kills
make this,
total
Valentina
in like the
suffer,
whole game
but
sometimes.
you're still giving away objectives towards Echo, and now they're going to be able
when
to
these two
once again
teams
play their
face, every
momentum,
time it's
play
like
their strengths. This is mid-game now. This is where the Irithel really, really shines for the side of Echo. While Blacklist International, you still have damage in the form of the Nolan. But when they group up on the side of the Orcas, it's going to be hard for you to find these skirmishes wherein the Nolan and the Dirok shines.
So itemization-wise, you know, is Blacklist International where they need to be? This is also just the Berserker's Fury being picked up for Oheb. Are they at that point where now, okay, the damage is online?
They have the damage. They have the Berserker's Fury. The Farsa is also online. The Malefic Roar is also available on Sensui. Your main concern is still the Arlot. Your heroes, they do make sense, but they need to still deal that damage into Echo. But with the Arlot just roaming around, going inside the back line, you know, utilizing the final slash to make sure that Blacklist is not able to fight to their own terms, it's still hard for Blacklist to execute this team fight that they want against Echo.
Oh, look at this, an awkward bush chase there coming in. Sensui dashing through, using the gauge to get on out of there. Nope, not gonna spend it. Oh,
okay.
Kyle's easy, oddly friendly here.
Nah, the Nolan still had the ulti.
All right, he knows that the fracture would save Sensui. All right. Fight's about to break down in bottom.
So
Look
this
at
is
JP
Rome
coming in,
Arlot, huh?
flicker, final slash, the kick saving Oheb, but there's one. Karlteezy pinning down Edward. Yue already spending the heavy spin.
Oh my God,
rather
JP!
favored airstrike.
There we
it is,
go.
an answer once more from Sanji, popping Agent
Finally.
Zero.
And Sanford.
Oh!
Flicker penalty zone.
Clean
Sanji
wait.
Oheb
Oh!
in too deep, much like some 31. Another final slash coming in. Penny Cutie unable
Go
to take
for
down
it. Clean
JP.
up, clean up,
unless
clean up, clean up.
Renegade. Oh, that's it. Bodies have dropped in the bottom lane.
Nice one.
Echo are so in it.
And they take orange here.
The Arlot, still the biggest problem. The biggest thorn in the
Oh,
neck
that's a lot of
inside of
damage.
Blacklist International. Again, they have the damage, they have the kits,
I still
but
can't
they
break the
have
habit
to
of
deal
orange
with this
buff
Arlot
and purple
jumping
buff.
inside their
What's
their
up?
lines.
Red and blue.
Yeah,
I
JP's
can't
having
break the
a
habit.
phenomenal
Can't
game.
break the habit of saying
when
blue
you
and
look
red.
at the KDA, you know, it doesn't really do him justice because he is everywhere
It's
he
a hard
needs
habit
to
to
be and
break.
then some. You know, and a lot of that final slash usage
I
is
really can't,
either
bro.
able to
But
peel
even
for them,
in NACT,
initiate,
like when I was
and the
casting, and
follow-ups
I
are
would
so
say
great,
red buff,
right?
and I was like, oh,
now with
the
that,
orange
like you
buff.
mentioned, Midnight, Blacklist International has all the damage they need, but
I still
really,
have PTSD
you have
when I had to
kinda
solo
keep your
cast
head
for
on the
like
swivel,
3
right? You
whole
have to
fucking
constantly be
minutes.
watching
when
out for
you
JP.
easy-
Number one, you have
Oh my God.
opportunities.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, this could
Watch
be it.
out,
I'm
he's
so
down
proud
there.
of
It is
the loss
0
rate.
health, just like that. Respect the
starting to do
burst
some damage
from
on that Nolan.
Sensui. Now Sanji and Sanford
No,
putting
because
up a
I
line
was
between
doing
Edward
play-by-play.
and the rest
Ooh,
of
nice
Echo.
ball.
Renegade here, no
Oh,
man's land, caught out
flat
between
back.
all 4 members. He's down, 1-for-1 trade
Purify
so
him.
But, like,
far. And now Sensui coming
I
in,
was
popping Sanji,
passing,
and he
right?
gets
But
out.
then I'm trying to do play-by-play
Assassination
while I
right
had
there.
previous
Both
just talking
roamers
to me.
also down.
So then I'm
So no
trying
one
to like hear what they're
Want to commit
saying
to this
and
lore just
understand.
yet? Might
but
have waited
still
out.
try
Both
to
tier 1 still up as well.
do the
So neither team has
play-by-play.
that little bit of advantage. Sensui also just picking up a BOD.
Oh, he has so much
And
damage.
they're like, okay, we're gonna get
This
tracks.
is where it's at.
Almost
This is
there.
the
And I was
moment
like,
for
thank
the
God.
big damage
You're
to
lucky
come
I was
through.
hanging out just watching
noted.
that day.
I will
I
remember.
know.
Like I was just
Gotta
watching, like I happened
gotta
to be
get the
off that
purple
day, and I
buff.
was like watching, and then I
And
noticed
Karlteezy will be the one to
he
set
was
it
having
up as
issues,
they
and I was
have
like, I
to.
sent
He
the
has
message,
to
and I was
be
like,
the
if
one
you
to
guys
start
need me, I can
this.
jump in.
2
Just let
level
me know.
gaps, by the way, between
Two.
Karlteezy and
And did you
Sensui.
just change really quickly?
Sensui's been
I think
all
so,
over the
yeah. I
place,
went
man.
and grabbed like
You know?
Did I?
Given
Was
the
I wearing
situation
anything
that
that
they're
day?
in
Was I
against
wearing
this
anything?
lineup,
that
this is
day?
probably the
You were
best way
wearing
you
a suit,
can play
yeah.
the
I think I might have just thrown like a jacket. I think I maybe just had like a
Edward
white or
and
black
Renegade,
t-shirt and I
there's a
threw the
knockup.
jacket
There's
on.
a final slash, the 2 front
Or I just got
liners
dressed
from
real quick.
Blacklist sent into the air. Karlteezy with the headbutt. Oh, they're playing footsies. They don't.
You saved
Oh,
my
no,
ass.
we're
Still inside the
Look at
closet
Sensui.
hiding from
JP
someone or
catches him,
something.
and
This
there's
is how
the
Eunice
damage.
always
Predator
talks
strike
every time
coming
we
in.
VC.
JP put down to a 10th of his
I like
health.
this.
He
I know
heals
what
up.
time of
He
day
gets
it
on
is
out of
when I
there.
talk
Another
about this.
reset.
Oh, Sanford!
Good
Oh,
dodge.
that's a false penalty zone. No one home.
That's
No,
flicker
you only
though.
talk
That's
like this
flicker.
in VC,
Yeah.
yo.
Big
No, I do
resources.
not.
Now the kick. Karlteezy spends
Wait,
his
the
heavy
kick.
spin. Look at
Oh.
Sensui holding that bush. Oh, they're going to have to back off.
Oh, Blackness is playing this
Oh,
team
Karlteezy
by
smells
putting up-
something. Hilu spots him. Look at that big damn. Karlteezy goes down. Renegade slays
they're
him.
fucking
Not enough
brawling.
of appeal from Echo to
Back
save
and forth.
the young goat.
I approve.
They got to kill Sensui,
That was
though.
some big damn right there.
They're still going. Sanji goes down. Oheb gets a ball in his face, and now they're looking for vengeance, looking for retribution.
Oh!
Down Sensui once more.
There we go. There we go, Sanford.
Here it goes. Benny Cutie.
Oh my God,
he
bro.
was too little, too late to the party.
Oh
now
no!
he's unless underneath the turret they kick him
Purify.
up all with the bike.
Man, that
with the bike.
I gotta just say, the way that Ducati looked in that moment, that was perfect.
Yeah, it looked fantastic. But what's more fantastic is the juggle that Sensui has been doing against Echo.
Honestly,
Echo,
Black's
they
just
wanted
been
to
juggling.
initiate, but
It's
they
true,
need
man.
to find Nolan first.
The
They
way
need
that-
to know where Sensui was. Because the past
The way
fight,
that Oheb
they
came
were able to
in,
get
took
some kills,
one,
but Sensui was able
Sensui
to
comes
assassinate
in,
Sensui as well, like
takes
this.
one.
Oh no, the heavy spin from Cardeezy already spent.
There
Oheb's
we
trapped.
go, Oheb down.
Cardeezy dealing enough damage to kill
Cardeezy
him.
might go
Cardeezy's
down
still
here, though.
alive, the way of the dragon from Renegade. They pop him, and Sensui
God.
gets another. And look at this. Lore's going to be scored here
Oh!
by
He takes it.
International, but Edward goes down. Sanji gets the kill. JP says conceal play.
JP,
Let's
careful.
go.
Watch for
Sensui
Sensui.
at half health, control of the Y bush. Sanford.
He's going to try to come.
Still in
Oh!
control.
Good terrify.
Sanji goes down, penalty zone. Sensui still dodges. Gauge on gauge on gauge. Sensui, a monster here. 6-0-7.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He's
Nolan.
making that Nolan look good right now. He's
This
making me
is-
change my views.
Looks like to be the best game we've seen from Nolan yet. Yep, and it's only the second time. So, again, sample size
Oh,
pretty
shit, we're
small, but this one
255
is
viewers.
going in favor of Sensui here. The way
Hey, guys.
that he kind of had to adjust that patience level.
Yeah, this is peak Nolan.
Yeah, it's definitely
The
the
way
stream.
he juggles these fights, the way he waits for the perfect opportunity, the timing, the patience. Sensui has it all, and Echo. Yes, they do have better
okay.
control. They do have better juggle against Blacklist International. But the one thing they don't have is the vision over Sensui. They needed to see where the Nolan is, and Sensui is not giving them any information whatsoever.
Wow. If they do shut him down, though, imagine the gold.
Look at this damage dealt.
I honestly thought Echo was going to have an easier game
on the
because they have a
jungle.
full
When was the
five
last time we've
I know.
seen this?
But I guess not.
This stat line.
I mean, it's
From a jungle player.
He's going to
It's not
start
over.
farming heroes.
Yeah, been a while. Again, I mean, look at the
I'm
goal.
going to try
11K.
something real quick.
Massive here.
On the jungle. When was the last time we've seen this? This stat line.
It's been a
From
while.
jungle player.
He's going to start farming heroes.
Yeah, been a while. Again, I mean, look at the gold.
Yeah, 11K.
Massive here. So if you're Echo, you're kind of wondering, how do we do it? How do we deal with this?
I mean, you start buying some Antikeras for sure. Antikeras, blade armor, immortalities. You know, you need to stay.
Did Akai get a nerd?
You need to reset
What?
Twilight armor. Anything
nerf.
that can help you,
A nerf.
mitigate this damage output coming out from Blacklist International.
Oh, that's-
Twilight does help.
He means
Also
nerf.
against the Bruno, because the crits
No, I don't
are
think
going to
Akai
start
got a nerf,
hurting in
did
the
he?
late game.
No.
He might. Wait, did he get a
Again, lot
small
of
one in the
this,
last patch?
Nolan play
Pretty sure.
relies
If
on
he
being
did, it
able
was
to count
nothing
on the
like
team
major. Like
to
he's still
get
viable.
the enemy team where they need to be in
It's
terms
definitely
of the
still
health.
viable.
You get to shine, but still, there's been a lot of
Most the
finesse from
supports got a
Sensui.
nerf. All the supports.
And as we wait pretty much for this next objective, it's still nearly
Almost all.
a minute
Remember that
away.
hero called
So Echo
Hayabusa?
has
Me
to
neither.
decide how do we approach this. That's why you also
Yeah, I
have these
don't know
immortalities
any
popping up. They
assassins.
can buy a little more time, especially on these heroes that are going to be
is
up,
so
either
stupid. I want
peeling
assassin
or
that come
initiating,
back.
right?
Yep.
JP still going to be crucial
I
here.
want them
How
to
he's
be able to
utilize the final
find
slash and of course keeping
the
Benny
balance.
Cutie
That's my
alive.
thing.
And
And I
would
just
say,
don't, because
too,
like what I
Edward
didn't
has,
like about
from
the pure
what he
assassin
experienced
meta
in the early
is
game,
games
that
are like
mid-game
10 minutes
transition,
long,
He
bro.
has been just kind of sitting on Benny Cutie.
And
for
that's
the
just like
yeah,
for
it is
me,
still,
that's
you're
not
still
really
gotta watch
fun.
out for him, and so he's been making Benny Cutie's life a little difficult, right? Now that's the big point here. Now for Echo, once again, they want to get this tier 1 down in the mid lane so that they have some space to work around with now that this Lord is up. But right now it doesn't look
The
like
meta
they'll be
right
able
now is
to.
meet in the
So
middle.
they got to find around with a space.
I don't know if there's really a
Show
way
for
to ever
Blacklist.
fully
You just have
do
to
that,
show up
though.
on the bottom lane.
Yep, they have to pull the trigger.
I think
Jay?
an answer
Looking
could
to
possibly
push,
be like adding a
And they're
ban.
forcing the advantage
Making it
here.
6
Look at
bans.
this. Even Sensui coming in early already, trying to burst down
Because then you could like
Carteezy.
use
No
your
dice.
first 3
They
bans
just
on
want to
like
get some of these
tanks.
resources out if they can.
If
I
you
feel
wanted
like
to
it's
use
really
assassin.
the game
Kind of like
plan
what
for
TOB
Black
did
International.
to
Let's test the
BTK. Like
waters.
You could just ban the Basha, the Akai, and the Fred.
Somebody saw Sensui use the ultimate.
Yep, they know that the fracture is off.
Well, once you ban those heroes, like,
just a couple of seconds
pretty
in,
much
there's a
safe
big
to go
kick,
assassin.
and there's a heavy spin from Carlteasy.
Oh my God,
Godlike
Carlteasy's got
now is
shredded.
Sensui as they take down the Lord.
Hold on, Benny.
And now they're going to burst him down.
Benny.
He's going full in, and Renegade is very low. He's still
Bro, how do they not get anybody and Sensui's in the backside? Sensui's in the backside. Cameraman, come on.
Shut down. Big gold over to Echo.
I thought Sensui was backing, and then he stopped. What, to think he was going to get some picks? Is that what?
Well, nah, Echo knew. Echo knew he was still there.
I thought he was already like in the clear to go back.
What a call. And throw that whole debacle. Sanji did not use IMU. Is this a long con? Is this a macro play by Echo?
What the fuck was that?
He had to fracture the fracture as well.
Sorry.
But I think at this point you need to steal the Feathered Airstrike.
And Sanji just couldn't find the range.
Yeah, you need more you need bypass as well against Blacklist International. But man, Sensui has been fantastic on this Nolan jungle for Blacklist International. Again, constantly assassinating the heroes on Echo. Carlteasy didn't stand a chance right there.
I can't believe they didn't clean that up.
Was able to take him down. He didn't have immortality at that point in time. So Blacklist International was able to get the Lord, but Echo does defend. So we are going to wait for the next Lord to spawn unless Echo is able to make some moves.
Oh, Yue commits. Coming in, penalty zone from 40.
Oh, God.
Big knockup from the
Oh,
hitman.
God.
JP
down.
Carlteasy isolating Yue. Benny Cutie takes him
finds
down.
you.
Big pickoff. Oh, Heb as
Bro,
well.
clean up, Benny. There we go.
Nature. Big trade. JP for 2. 2 for JP. Sensui exposed.
Oh, my God.
Down goes Benny Cutie. Sensui slays him. 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Man, what a trade that was. Again, Benny
Good
Cutie
trade
trying
for
to
Echo,
do what he
honestly.
has to on the Zerathil, but still the set
gold
potential,
for
the
Rome
damage
gold.
being thrown at him from Blacklist International is too much to deal with right now.
Yeah, there's so much burst. Like the Flores and the Nolan alone is crazy enough for Echo to deal with, and you also have to deal with the Bruno. Even though they had a fantastic opening to that team fight, just the drawn-out duration of that fight allows Blacklist International to pump out more damage than Echo.
The crazy, right? They handled that fine. Echo was fine there. Then defending their base, you could still say, of course, you know, they found some success in a way. They also did get some of that shutdown gold earlier when they took Sensui out. So, you know, as we reach to the 20-minute mark, this is getting to a point now where Echo will start to equalize, at least in terms of itemization, right? They should be able to match up well, but I still think that leaves to beg the question here is, do we have the game plan to deal with the burst? Because
The
even
Ducati
for the last
curse.
Lord fight,
Oh,
with
there goes
Lord
my
coming
camera.
up in about 15 seconds, that's still something that Carlteasy has to solve along with the rest of the team. We saw just how quick him on the Sakai was bursted down to the point where you force the heavy spin and then you take him out of the picture so he's not there to contest that retribution with a Lord. So now it's like, okay, what do we do around that? Do we plant JP in the front, Sanford there? Who is protecting Benny Cutie? That's the questions that need to happen.
Hello. JP spots Edward trying to camp in that bush near the rock Ursa. Gentlemen, allow me to present a thesis while we witness a Lord dance. Something tells me Echo's just improvising. They're just putting heroes in positions until they catch somebody. I'd like to think they're still playing the Blacklist tempo here.
Again, they need to find the Nolan. That's the first priority. It's not about like the hero that is poised in the front line, but it's more of Echo engaging when they see the Nolan. Because if they use the resources, like for, let's say against Edward or Renegade, Sensui just comes in and assassinates your backline, assassinates Benny Cutie or Carlteasy even, and Blacklist after that is going to be able to reset because of the mobility coming out from Sensui, and of course the range factor that is coming out from Yue with a Feathered Airstrike. That will force Echo
Bro,
out
this
to
crackling
disengage.
noise, man.
And I think that's where you start.
Is the English stream
where
up
you need to
anywhere
start
else?
Making some difference here for the side of Echo. Instead of actually disengaging, you need to re-engage with the Arlot. Something that we've seen from the likes of the early game team fights where JP just constantly pushed forward so that Blacklist International's team fight crumbles.
Renegade, Blacklist, they've had it. It's time for something to happen. Concealed play spent. Blacklist International exposing their positions. Way of the Dragon, off angle on the Carlteasy. In comes the Feathered Airstrike from Yue. Not much has been hitting off of these barrages, the volleys. No one home. Now, Echo noting these resources. Benny Cutie roaming, patrolling the
Bro,
eastern
Sensui keeps getting
hemisphere,
around that
the right
backside,
side
bro.
of the map. It's Sensui takes control of that bush.
They know some of these resources are down. No feathered airstrike, no way the dragon right now from Blacklist International. Echo.
Yeah, it's coming from the stream.
Bunjingjing down to a fifth of his health. Sensui like a statue, like a gargoyle watching. Sanford's gonna spot him here. Oh, Barry Smith protecting that Terizla, keeping him up. Lord here at a fifth of its health. Still, all of the key ults online for Echo. Enough time.
He goes in, creates some space.
Blacklist as well. They're online
Renjay
as
goes
well.
in,
Quick
not good.
knock-up. Huey, another fair air strike.
Sanji takes a lot of damage. Sensui still in the backside.
Carl
No heavy spin. Carl T's dead.
No,
No, he takes it!
Over to the Orcas, and they pop a few brutalities. Down goes Carl TZ, JP as well.
Everybody's
And
down.
they're out. Cyclone Eye on out of here, and they are turning 3 down from Echo.
Okay, they survive it.
Blood.
Wow. Crucial.
I know you guys don't hear it, but I can hear it in my ear.
Lord.
Oh, Benny.
But still, can they actually defend against this?
This is what they call TikTok timers. It's way too
Oh, you
long.
need to be careful.
Oh,
He deals so much damage. Tensui.
And Benny Cutie spots him, taking him out, and that's a pick
Play
up.
Benny.
Benny Cutie
Get
here
out of
gonna
there,
get picked
bro.
on himself, gets
Oh my
blasted
God.
by Yue, pops his immortality, and down he goes. It's just Sanji left to
they're able to
defend.
clear.
It's just Sanji left to defend.
They only have one
minion
cannon.
left
They should be
here.
good.
Sanji should be able to clear it up. Lord now at the bottom of the base.
They gotta go back to
There
base.
is a siege minion. Sanji clears it.
Okay, there's a next wave. There's a next wave coming out from Blacklist.
Oh, he pops him, steals the worldie. Is this gonna be enough?
Oh.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, Blacklist
2-1.
International sitting at match point.
Bro, where's
This
Ken
winning
at?
moment is brought to you by
Ken
our
last night, he was like,
official
bro,
sponsor, FWD
Blacklist is
Life
gonna win. I got a
Insurance.
feeling. I'm surprised he's
What
not
a
in the chat
game
right
that
now.
was. And there you go, Nolan getting his first win, at least for MPL Philippines here, as they take game 3.
Damn.
Wow.
Jeez.
Is it safe to say this is
I need to see if
Inception?
the
Some of
MPL,
Nolan's performances.
PH.
Tenet.
Yeah.
English.
Dunkirk.
Is there more than one place? Bro, it's literally only in 2 places. It's literally only in one. It's crazy that MLBB Esports isn't streaming the PH playoffs. It's only streaming the rebroadcast.
That's a little weird.
It's
Blacklist
weird.
put on, what was it, 24, 25 minutes?
This was one of the
25, I
longer, yeah, like one of the longer
Nice.
games.
They won with the Nolan, they won with the Dyaroff. I'll man up, I'll man up. You know what? Because again, it's a Bunjingjing.
They're breaking streaks here.
It's a
Like this-
Bajingjing.
The record streak of the Nola. I mean,
don't know
it's
what that
one
is.
game. The record streak of the Roth. The record
I'm not
streak of
cursing them,
Echo,
guys.
by the way.
Yeah, the most number of wins from Blacklist against Echo this year.
The record streak of Blue Side.
That's true. 2-5
What's
now.
going on today?
It's Inception.
It's Inception.
It is Inception.
And it's
What's
also
going
Memento.
on?
It's also
Yes.
Memento.
Where's the kick? How do we go down to the next layer, man?
How do we go down?
Where is it?
So and maybe this is Inception because it's also match point for Blacklist International against Echo, who they have not beat
Yeah,
all
it's
year.
crazy.
Are we in the ice base right now? Is this the tundra? Is this right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know what's
how
going
you-
on with the
you
lighting.
know all that?
They're like,
you
it's all
have it
dark
memorized?
behind them and
I would
stuff.
say that out of all the people I know in my life, some way, somehow, Leo just has this like word bank, knowledge bank of movies, facts, references
Pop culture.
I'm a cinephile. What can I say?
that are unmatched.
It's true.
I'm a cinephile. What can I say? Inception, by the way, came out in 2009. How old do you feel now?
That's
I
real.
graduated
That's crazy.
high school in 2009.
You're a walking.
I was in
movie
first
trivia.
grade. I'm just kidding.
Bro, this crackle is driving me nuts, yo.
Series is going a direction
Hopefully
that we're
it
not
subsides.
comfortable with because of all of the changes in how Blacklist are defying the odds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with the Roth on the hands of Edward. I would say
Bracklets
it
and Bren?
didn't do much,
I want
but it
Echo
was
and
enough to
RSG.
kind of like break the game here against
Those are my
Echo.
finals picks.
Oh man, Renmar, Coach Arcadia. I know you guys probably got a lot to say about this. Break it down for us.
Thank you, casters. Me and Coach Arcadia can't help but just appreciate and enjoy
Series
the
is going on.
mechanics and positioning
I'm getting
masterclass
tired,
we
guys.
saw between Blacklist International and Echo, with the agents now at match point, 1 win away from advancing into the upper bracket finals over their rivals, over our defending champions. Coach Arcadia, you were making a lot of great points here about how this time Blacklist International's draft yun naman yung mas mahirap ma-pull off kontra sa draft ng Echo.
So parang ano no, nagkabaliktad yung nangyari nung last game. Ngayon, yung blacklist, yung draft naman nila yung much harder to execute. So why? Kasi kung titignan natin, yung mid lane
I'm also on FaceTime with my best friend right now. She just made
kasi maraming CC, maraming pang cancel. Hindi ka basta makakasipa. And hindi rin ganun
Hi.
No, she can't hear you. But my best friend literally just started playing ML. Like she just hopped on and like she likes playing like Rafael and whatever. And she lives in Chicago, and it's currently like 3:30 for her. And she's baking some cookies.
Hell yeah. 3:30 a.m. baking.
But the way that she licked her scrub.
Eunice is losing it, guys.
Oh, the way that she licked her scrub. I'm sorry.
She's going cuckoo, guys.
She's watching a stream right now, by the way. Her name is Trinity.
What Zane interview has been released? What? Big Floppa? Her name is Trinity?
Yeah. Her name is Trinity.
Eunice is just like making up people now. She's gone full crazy.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I swear to God,
She's
I'm
on
not.
pretend phone calls at 1 a.m.
No. Trinity, go comment something. Go comment something. Go comment something.
Now she's logging into a fake account
Nope.
to comment to stream.
JP, parang naalala niya sa atin na dati jungler yan, assassin yan, yung paano niya gumalaw with this Arlot roam. Ano yung mga thoughts mo with the Arlot roam pick of Echo?
Yung Arlot roam, para sa akin, maganda tong pick na to. Kasi it counters Cho and it counters Parsa also. And medyo maganda rin siya sa Nolan. Kasi against sa Nolan,
Up there she is. Trinity Holloman.
How do we know this is a real Trinity?
I mean, here, wait. Let me see if I can get her voice to be picked up on FaceTime. Wait. Here, wait. Trinity, unmute and say hi to the mic.
Hello. Oh my God, that's loud as shit. All right. We believe I turned your mic like way up, Eunice, because I was like, oh, we probably won't be able to hear them. Holy shit. Sorry, guys.
First thing yung ginawa ng Echo, yung extended team fight sa Boost Tower. I think doon napakita.
See, bro, Eunice is full blown. She's going bonkers right now, bro.
Kasi doon, na-burn na nila yung stage, pero may ulti pa si Sanford, so nag-go pa sila. And then, the second thing...
And the way she's laughing right now, it's like, she's cracked, bro. She's...
My best friend. She's high as fuck. She's making me
She's on that ish right now.
Oh my God.
Those shrubs right behind the Lord Pit, and then to the side of it, kung saan madalas naghahanap sila Carl TZ and Echo.
Guys, I wish I could smoke, but I can't.
That's one of the things that Sensui just kept repeating. I will stay here. Sige, ayaw nyo mag-check dito.
Oh, you're talking about the Gosu General Mobazane interview. That's what you're talking about. He just dropped it 5 minutes ago.
Oh my God, that shit was so funny. Holy shit. Jump scare in the chat.
Bro, so loud. I thought it was going to just be like really quiet, so I turned your mic up to 200%, and I know it was like, boom!
And then,
Wonderwall, what's up? Hello, dude.
Rene J. Si Rene J, kahit mahirap mag-chew dun, napagana niya pa rin. On point yung mga conceal niya, and then, yung mga sipa, okay, hindi naman syempre 100% lagi maganda yung sipa. Pero nakakuha niya pa rin yung good timing, okay? And then, third naman, si Yue. Si Yue,
sorry.
Hinintay niya talaga muna lumabas yung Terisla and Arlot before gamitin niya yung ulti. And then, meron rin a lot of instances na sinave niya yung team niya from wrong initiation. Okay, let's say Rene J make a bad kick. But Rene... bro.
No, not a blacklist sweep. It's 2-1 right now, guys. It's 2-1, no sweep.
I'm fucking dying, man.
Trinity, what kind of cookies are you making? Are they chocolate chips?
Holy shit, I'm fucking crying. Fuck.
Why is she giggling like a schoolgirl? I don't know. Eunice is dying on us.
Quote-unquote carrying the team at times, but really the heart of the Blacklist International playstyle and rotation.
Fans think that we hate each other.
Match point.
Should we?
I mean, at one point, probably. But I mean, it's been a really long time, you know. So maybe at one point that was true.
Welcome back goes again.
Sternritter, what's up, bro? I'm getting tired, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna make it all 5 games.
Once na tuloy-tuloy nila yung tapang na yun, para sa akin, madali na yung laro para sa kanila.
Okay, so continue the decisiveness and still seek to dominate for Blacklist International. Now for Echo. How do they force a game 5? Because again, they drafted really well. They played that really well until Blacklist just played better.
Eunice is
it
still
wasn't
alive?
a bad draft. It wasn't a bad
Yeah.
game for Echo. It was just Blacklist played better. Ano ang kailangan gawin ng Echo para maka-force ng game 5?
140
Yung Echo
for me,
naman,
something
siguro,
late.
tingin ko,
Alright, I'm gonna just leave you on stream. I'm gonna go take a nap.
Pero medyo kailangan
You just do your thing, okay?
respeto yung yung Nolan ni Sensui.
I like that you're down for
Para sa
that.
akin kasi, itong
But I can
Nolan,
rely on you for
sobrang
that.
lakas niya sa
I'll
meta
do it.
ngayon.
I mean, I'm
So,
not gonna
hindi
be
mo siya
sleeping
basta-basta
anytime soon.
mabibigay unless may pre-plan draft ka. Meaning, may
I mean,
pre-practice
I'm
ka
also
na sa
playing
script
Genshin in
na,
the background.
okay,
Playing
itong sa
Genshin
game
right
na to,
now?
binibigay namin yung Nolan.
You nerd. I'm turning off the sound for a second, guys, because it's really the crackling noise is getting to me. It's driving me a little crazy. Black is winning, yeah, it's 2-1. Sad day. Sad day for Trexie right now. Here's the thing, if Echo loses this, RSG has to win the next game.
Yep.
Because I can't see Echo RSG play in the lower bracket. Am I going to restream MPLI and Wildcard? Yeah. I'll do my best. It's hard, guys. It's hard staying up till 6 a.m. to watch these games. Plus, I like work. Like, I have to be at work in 6 hours. 5 hours and 20 minutes. That just really hit me. I should probably fucking go to sleep.
Take a nap, bro. I'll be here.
I can't leave my stream on.
Yes, you can.
Are you going to stay up till for another 5 hours? Because I'm not taking a nap. I'm going to go to sleep, and then I'm going to just stay asleep until I got to go to work. And I have to stop my stream.
But no, just stream it until you have to wake up.
Continue their journey in the upper bracket, going into the upper bracket finals, or will Echo force a game number 5? How will the story of our modern day El Clasico continue for this day number 2 of the
Sleeping
playoffs?
is for noobs.
That's
You're
the
right,
question
Ninjosh.
the teams will answer,
I just need a
and the
man up,
casters
huh?
will cast it. So casters, go ahead.
You might need to.
It's true. I do have like a month of content coming soon.
Of course, Coach Arcadia there for all you guys.
Because I can't mute your stream when the music pops up. You're gonna get copyrighted.
That's true. I mean, I always get some sort. I don't get like I never get hard copyright strikes from watching
You
MPL.
get warnings?
No, you don't get warnings. You just get like monetization splits. That always comes though. And normally I can go back and mute those sections. But like yesterday, since my stream broke 7 hours, I couldn't. But they're never like any of the background music from this. It's normal. I don't get like a hard copyright strike because I'm allowed to restream these. But you do get soft ones, which don't affect like your channel at all. Like YouTube lets you know, it's like this isn't going to affect your channel or views or anything. But any money you made off the stream will get split between you and the copyright owners. So that's just kind of expected with these.
33.7.
33.37.
No, I'm saying like we were saying, Dyroth with Edward makes it like a 50-50.
At least a 50-50.
At least like a 50-50.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, because
A lot of people.
we
have
actually
been
did see him
asking me to
struggle in the early
stream,
game.
and
What?
I'm like, a lot of people have been asking me to stream, but I don't have time for that. And I wish I could.
Yeah. I mean, you can do content. That's like, honestly, I don't stream crazy. The only time I really stream is doing watch parties and stuff. And then like, and it's actually been much nicer. It's been like a big relief not like feeling pressure to like stream regularly, you know? Like since I stopped like streaming a lot, like, or like forcing myself to like try to stream fucking 4 times a week or 3 times a week or 5 times a week or whatever. Like, it's been nice, and I just try to do more video content now. Which for YouTube, it's honestly, it's not a bad way to go, really. Speaking of, I'm working on a project right now. Space Kato, who's Gideon's girlfriend, is actually going to help me edit and stuff.
Ooh.
'Cause that's another thing. I have trouble just finding time to like edit, but I have faith in this project. I'm doing like a documentary style video where I'm just going to be voiceover, and it's going to be like greatest games of all time. So the first episode will be like BTK versus Blacklist and M3. And then the next one will be like a different series, then a different series. So it's more like telling a story and stuff of it all. It'll be cool. I have faith in it. I think it's going to be a really good video.
I hope it comes out good.
Do I think MPLPH gameplay is the same as MPLID? No. I think it's very different.
It's completely different.
I'm actually a big fan of MPL. Like, some people say that MPLPH is boring or this or that. I'm a big fan of MPLPH. But I can understand how some people, like, enjoy ID more because they're a bit more sporadic and volatile. Especially back when, like, Tank Jungle first came out and, like, Kyrie was still running, like, Assassins, and a lot of ID players were still running Assassins. I can understand, like, fans of that wanting to watch that more than, like, the slower paced PH meta. But I enjoy, like I'm a fan, like, when a game gets to 20 minutes, that's when I'm like, ooh, this is a good game. So, like, that's one of the reasons I like PH, because a lot of their games go longer. And I feel like it puts me on the edge of my seat more. We're all over the place.
You are not in the land of Dawn. You are
Hey,
here
Odin.
at Smart All Access
Bro,
segment.
we were laughing our asses off earlier. Eunice, look at her giant microphone.
Hello, my friend.
Why is
In
her mic so
character.
big, yo?
Gusto ko yung
Eunice,
What?
look at her giant microphone.
I see her mic.
Why is it so big?
That's a good question. It's huge.
It's huge, isn't it? It's a big black microphone.
That's how great.
Oh my god, man.
Kung paano mag-cosplay. Estes, how do you feel about the game?
It's the Ocho Gahaba mic. That's Wolf's microphone. They call Wolf Ocho Gahaba.
Siyempre.
That's his nickname.
Meron siyang sariling kakayahan.
Cookies. Oh my goodness.
Ni Estes.
Actually, may gusto akong gawin na perform pero yung pinaka-basic na lang niya kasi medyo baka lumakas.
Alright, 30 seconds before drafts.
Medyo untian lang natin. Yung simpleng ganito lang.
Oh. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Estes Blacklist International
Am I
skin.
looking at
Sobrang
Estes?
sakto kasi match din nila. Ang ganda ng ano mo armors mo. Ikaw gumawa nito?
Yes, actually medyo kinapos ako nung time.
You look like you're about to pass the fuck out.
I think I am, bro. Guys, I'm going to call it. I'm sorry. I know it's like a few minutes till draft. I'm going to watch the game from my bed and read some manga while I'm doing it. And then I'm probably going to pass out. Yeah, manga. Don't fucking correct me, Eunice. Don't you get all technical. Yo, my camera actually froze. So I'm just like stuck. But nobody would know. If I just left the stream like this, nobody would know.
That's what I'm saying.
I could just leave my stream just like that. My picture would stay. They would think I was just like zoned in, bro.
Alright, but get some sleep, bro.
Alright, I'm going to call it, guys. Much love, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully hopefully Echo pulls through on this one, and hopefully RSG wins. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye. End stream real quick.